How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. Let me do one change to the webcam. It looks like I need to keep taking away low light compensation so that it doesn't, as you know, we lose light. Because I'm in front of a window. Not for long. Moving places. In about a week, actually. Less than that. But by next week, I'll be in a new place. It's gonna be tough, dude. They haven't even hit me, and just like the amount of stuff I'm gonna have to move and lifting heavy shit and the stress that comes with it hasn't hit me yet, but it's getting there. Oh, it's getting there. How's everybody doing? Though? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. Sorry for being a little bit on burpee side. I'm just drinking a little bit. That's the first soda of the day too. Being a good boy, been drinking a lot of water. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have a Dr. Pepper. Anyway, we got ourselves some 5v5 1v1 duels for the day. Let me get the music back up and running, boys. I think the song is good. Yeah, this is a decent song. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful afternoon, evening, or morning if you're Australia. What's up, Marcel? How you doing, my man? David, Water, we got King Gamer, we got Nicole, Graham, Snoopy, we got Joe, Brandon, my man. I haven't seen you in a while. My sleep paralysis demon is little just Beta Dalaran and the intro song playing. It's supposed to sleep paralysis demon. Oh yeah? Hope you're having a good one, my guy. Hope you're having a good one, my dude. Candy, what's up, my dude? Matt, how you doing, my man? Hope you all are having a great one. Down has the best royalty-free selection music of all time, changing my mind. It's not royalty-free, it's just uncopyrighted, so they won't like fuck you over on the YouTube side. And it's not my music, it's NCS. Alliance Group 5v5 1v1 ready? Alright, perfect. We're just gonna log on onto EU right now and get some duels going. And we'll switch to the good old mix in just a bit. Normal mix for our music in just a moment, boys. In just a moment. But yeah, yo, have any of you played the new Modern Warfare? Have any of you played that game? So I didn't buy it. It came with a graphics card when I upgraded, okay? So it came for free, basically. But dude, I'm not a Call of Duty guy. I used to own an Xbox when I was younger, like in high school, and I love Call of Duty. The Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare was my favorite one. But I'm not the kind of guy that prestige multiple times over and spend like hours and hours, and it was really bad. But I loved that one. Just the campaign, the story stuff. Multiplayer I wasn't really good at. I just never was really good at shooters, man. Even though I spent so much time playing Halo. Never got good, you know what I mean? But I played the story for this one, and oh my god, dude, it's so good. I was actually so surprised. I came in, I was just like, because I already came in, and I knew the Call of Duty had a bad name to it, right? I was like, it's garbage. I'm not gonna enjoy it, right? So I came in with no expectations, and then I'm catching myself like smiling, and like my eyes light up, and I'm just like getting excited, and like there's so many. Like that game, they decided to get real. Some of this shit, it's like real shit, you know what I mean? They have some real shit in that game. Like war crimes and stuff, and I'm like, oh, and it's just like, it's a little bit of shock value, but I'm like, I want to play more of this. I haven't finished it yet. I think I'm on the last few missions to finish it, but I cannot wait after the stream to go back and finish it, just because I'm like, I've never been so hooked on a game, even in small ways, just to finish it. Last time it was Fallout, because I always loved the Fallout Skyrim series before. Didn't like Fallout at the end, but it was kind of fun while we were, you know, while you're playing it. Bethesda though, dropping the ball on that one, and I don't know. I've just been like, whew, I like it. What's up, Steam? My man? Oh my god, I haven't even played the multiplayer, dude. I have not even played the multiplayer. I played Modern Warfare earlier today, seemed decent so far. One thing that I'm having an issue with is in the campaign, the cutscenes. They're really, really buggy. It's almost like they're streaming from some server instead of like being a cutscene you can watch. So that's been choppy, so that's been kind of annoying. But outside of that, it's beautiful, it runs well. The lack of UI, okay, that's one other thing that a lot of games have been doing, is they're putting like objectives. Here, go there, grab this, talk to this, press F to pay respects, right? They don't do that. They hide a lot of the UI. You have to press tab if you want to see it, but if you don't, you can just go without UI. And it's just so realistic. I'm just like, oh my god. I was genuinely surprised. But it's okay, that's about the only thing I'll say about that so far. Let's get ourselves a group up and running. We got ourselves Night Raven and Alex ready. Hey, BK. So I'm moving to, don't worry about it, my man. Join someone's group. Scotty's ready too. Let's get Alex and Night Raven first, since they were the first ones to hit me up. Spectator match. Night Raven and Alex. We got some new people here today too, so this will be exciting, boys. This will be exciting, man. Let's go. Blades Edge Arena. Fuck yeah, dude. Good old, good old. How do people join this 5v5s? I'll explain right after this. Duel Seabass. LFG though. Just join a group in LFG and you should be good to go. Alrighty, boys. Switch. Who do we got today? We got ourselves Team Blue. We got ourselves Arthur? I'm gonna call him Arthur. We got ourselves Born Lich in the back. We got ourselves Creature coming in with a creature of his own. Look at that raptor. We got ourselves Christian Money. So we got a Team Blue, Team Horde, and we got Team Red with Canny playing as, that's actually AT Ash, the mage, but now he's playing Alliance, so now we'll refer to him as Canny, but that is the same mage from before, AT Ash, if anybody remembers him. We also got Fortune on that same team. We got Snoopy here as well. We also got Tothy, I guess, and Doku. Alrighty, boys. Team Alliance though with some names in here. Snoopy gonna go first. It looks like it's gonna be Feral up first versus Money. Assassination Rogue versus a Feral in the opener. 5v5 1v1. Gonna be a stealth though. So we're gonna check in with you guys in like 2 hours or something. In like 2 hours or something. After these guys have done looking for one another, maybe. It's gonna be Garrote opener onto Snoopy. Actually, is gonna go onto Money with a bit of a rake in the opener, and it's gonna get him. Oh my god, got him already super low without popping CDs. That just bleeds alone. Hit him with a massive consecration, and it's gonna follow up with an extra dot on top of it. He's dropped down his sipping cup already. Comes to the vial, already has been used. Still bleeding out. This man is actually just going down. That's going to be a blind onto Snoopy. Trickets out of it. Maybe Money can go for a setup. Bash comes out. Trickets out of it. Evasion available with a claw. Gonna go for defensive. Could turn this around on the Feral and maybe one-shot him. He is an assassination rogue. Not even setting up his bleeds. Now he's trying to go in, but he gets hit with a bite. And that's going to be another concentrated flame. This man just got obliterated. He just got melted. It's like a witch from Dorothy. Just got some water out of a cup, splashed in his face, and that's it. He's melting. What just happened to that guy? Gonna be another opener by this Pharaoh onto Christian now. And the bleeds are already setting, and you can see where his health is at. Already popping that Shield of Vengeance. That's going to be Snippy without a defensive. That's going to be a hard jet. That's going to be blood of the enemy. Full setup for Christian. Could go for a big setup. Snippy could go down. Safety chicken is going to keep him alive for a little bit. That safety shield. Shield of Vengeance still could pop big on him. Is it going to bring back himself up? It's going to leap away, and he's still super low. Needs to get himself a heal. No Shield of Vengeance for Christian. Bash into Christian. He's going to trick it out of it. Snoopy is going to pop another wall. Needs to bail out of there immediately. That's going to be Christian. Finally slowing down as a paladin, but the Halloween event, the Halloween mount is going to keep him moving, and Snoopy needs to find himself a massive reheal. Restyle does not go for a renewal play, so he's going to try to see if he can get around Christian. He's going to hit him on the opener. Is that could have been a bop or a bubble, and maybe a Hodge. Snoopy is still in the bad place. Hodge comes out rooted, but that's going to be Christian breaking out of the root. Snoopy is going to go down in that setup. Christian taking out the Pharaoh fairly quickly early on, and Tothalok is going to be up next as I want to say a destruction. I'd be awesome if you're Affliction. Just saying. Nope, gonna be Destro. Good old Destro. Starting up that Immolate. Nope, not gonna. I think he did actually might have gotten landed the Immolate. I'm just gonna try to see if he can keep Christian in combat. Try to see if he can hook a flag as he's going from platform to platform, pillar to pillar. Gonna be some flash of lights. That's going to be one interrupt. Tothalok is going to have to go for a setup, getting interrupted on a fear. Going to go for a Warlock Gateway early. Christian going to jump down onto the bridge, trying to line aside the Warlock, trying to catch himself a little bit of reset. No interrupt available on the pet for quite a bit. So we're not going to see him getting a setup for a moment. And Tothi is going to be a bit of a situation for him. Going to set up a demonic gateway, so he might be able to back up. Won't be able to use it for a while, I'm pretty sure. Isn't it a 2-minute cooldown before you can even use it? Hodge onto Tothi in the opener, and that's going to be Christian popping in full blood of the enemy, full setup right now. Tothi taking a bit of damage, but not enough for a blood of the enemy setup. Christian must not have a rank 3 blood of the enemy because the damage is just not quite that prominent. Going to be a Casbolt breaking through the Shield of Vengeance. Second Casbolt to come out right after. Christian's fighting himself super low. Might be a bubble out of the Paladin. Might be the big defensive here. Christian is going to use their trick and try to get some damage on the Tothi right after. Second set of wings coming out. It's going to be Tothi trying to go for a Void Elf Racial. He's looking to maybe get some mobility away from Christian. Does get that mobility, does break through Christian's defensives. That's it's going to be a bubble, and that Cataclysm is going to get him super low. That's going to be a Rain of Fire on top of Christian, locked out of Holy Spells. Drain Life coming out, Holy Light, Flash of Lights coming out, back to back. Is going to recover with those Flash of Light. Shout if you're around the corner, he's going to stun him. Tothi is going to, trick it out of Christian onto the stun, trick it back for Tothi, as you can say with a Hodge. Christian is super low in health. Drain Life might be enough. No, not going to be. Christian is running out of mana, however, with a dot, the pet attacking him, and the Drain Life is not looking that good. Starting to go to use some of that holy power offensively. Christian is super low yet again. Tothi looking to end him out. It's going to be an interrupt onto that. That's going to be an interrupt. You know what? Onto a Drain Life, and Tothi try to see if he can get himself a setup of a Casbolt. Did not need to, and Born Lich is trying to get himself a bit of an auto duel with Tothi, not letting him do it, dropping down his gateway a little bit early. Born Lich playing that Frost DK. Tothi is going to jump down. Do they have a port back up? They don't. They are playing the Horror Effect playstyle. Going to be a Casbolt right now with an Infernal and a Horror Effect. AMS coming down from Born Leeches and trickings out of that Horror Effect to follow. Trying to see if he can get a kick on the Tothi. Did not get to. That's going to be free Casbolts flying, but that stun is going to stop him in place for a little bit. That Infernal is still there to beef up Tothalok's burst. That's going to be a Lichborn coming out to break out of that fear, and more Casbolts are flying. He does have himself Lichborn in order to have damage reduction by 30% whole. So Born Lich is able to recover a lot of that health with Death Strikes right as he gets hit with a Casbolt. Safety chicken procket for him. He's super low in health. Fear to follow. Doesn't have a way out of this one. Drain Life coming out for Tothi. Maybe for a little bit of recovery. He's trying to reset up another fear onto Born Lich. Conflag to keep him down. Born Lich does have interrupt. Does have grip. Maybe a stun. Casbolts are flying back to back. Does take him out. Back to back Casbolts. Oh my god. That was amazing. That was just so much damage over and over. And Arthur, like King Arthur, right? Except Arthorh. Arthur. I'm gonna call you Arthur just to make it easier. Arthur landing that opener to Tothi, but not getting that kill there. Actually getting hit with a cup flag as he's trying to dip out of there. And a wall coming out. That is gonna be a wall That's perfect for Tati to get that extra wall out of Arthur. No more walls available, actually. He's in a bad spot. Gazbolt is going to be hitting him for free. Does have himself a gateway and is going to be able to bail out. Arthur is super low. Does have cooldowns up and running. Maybe a horror effect available for Tati. Interrupting Arthur on a cast. Jane left to fall. I think he's trying to go for maybe a horror effect in a good position. He does hit him with a flag. Fear to fall. Gazbolt right afterwards. Gets him super low. Incinerators coming out. Trying to see if he gets interrupted on the Incinerators. Big bite out of the Feral. Does not get enough of damage onto Tati to take him out. Horror effect to follow. Maybe a flag right after. No! This Warlock is just obliterating everybody. That damage, you're just sneaking that up on everyone, man. Oh my god, this dude is just decimating the whole team. Oh, is this Warlock? This man is a gladiator, dude. He knows what he's doing. Playing the Void Elf. And he's not even playing Succubus for half of these, dude. Not even playing Succubus. Is going to go for a Succubus when playing against Creature, however. That is going to be a Beastmaster Hunter, I'm pretty sure. Could be a Marksman, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a BM Hunter, though. Pretty sure it's going to be a BM Hunter. Try to see if he can go for a Cataclysm around the corner. Actually getting interrupted by a Creature as he's going to... Oh, puts himself out in the open with a Chaos. Should have kept going in the direction he's going in order to get himself a little bit of line of sight from that Chaos Bolt. But doesn't look like he ends up finding himself that line of sight. I don't know why he walked back out there in the open. That's going to be a full trinket coming out off of that Infernal. Did he just obliterate him in a single Chaos Bolt? Is that what happened? Oh my god, this dude is insane! What? He just cleaned house! That's so fast! I don't understand, dude. I don't understand. Did you just call me Tothy Lock? Tothy Luck or Tothy Lock? L-O-C-K. I didn't say Tothy Luck. Although there's a good chance. Sometimes I say things funny and I have a little bit of an accent left over from Russia. There's a good chance I said, dude. Either way, I don't know how you say your name. That was pretty awesome. That's all I can say. That was pretty awesome. I like that. I like that. Tothy Luck? I'm pretty sure I called him Tothy Luck, guys. I'm pretty sure I called him... Yeah, whatever. Either way. Tothy Luck, dude. Was it a lucky game? Yo, if he loses every other game, maybe his name should be Tothy Luck. Maybe it was like, oh, you know, just got lucky. I don't think it was, though. That dude is on a whole nother level. That's going to be EU getting some games in there. Alrighty, Night Rain wants to get back in. Christian wants me to group. What? Do you mean to invite me to group? I don't think you did you? Yeah, you don't... Yeah, okay. That was weird. Let's get Night Raven and Zakati, since Night Raven's group didn't even get to play. There's like 2 people that get to play from there. Night Raven and Zakari. 5. Alex, feel free to make your reform your group. If you guys want to join in, I never get to show you guys how to join the groups. Go to custom PvP. Guys, if you have a group up and running, advertise it in the chat in order to get people in. So we got a mod in here that still remembers how we do the duels. Tell them to go custom PvP, search group, type in number 5, enter to find a 5V5 1v1 group. That is up and running. Or you can make one their own if you want to. Let me get the duels mix going while we're here, though. I like the song, actually. It's just too chill for the duels, though. Like, I personally like it, but it's too chill for the duels, in my opinion. Alrighty, boys. Switch. We're missing a guy over on Team Blue, so hopefully they'll get the last one. But let's go to Team Red first. We got ourselves repeat offenders, except Canning never got to play. Fortune never got to play. Snuppy kind of got snubbed with the first or second duel for him. We got ourselves Tothy Lock. Tothy Lock. Not Luck. Lock. L-O-C-K, not L-U-C-K, and Doki in the back. We also got Team Blue all set up and ready to go with Ale. We've got ourselves Carrie in here. How's it going? Carrie put up a monocle, man. After one video, this man is only trying to flaunt, only trying to accessorize. Come on, man. Got ourselves Extreme Paladin, Just Vanished, and Zakati in here. Alrighty. Carrie, you got this. It's going to be Candy versus Carrie. Polymorph trying to come out in the open. Are not going to be. It's going to be a breath into Poly instead to make sure he gets a lineup. And a Greater Pyro opener for Candy. Ring of Frost to follow. Doesn't connect. It does connect. Trinket for Carrie. Doesn't want to take a second one in, but that's going to be a Trinket down. Blaze-Storm to follow. Stormbolt onto Candy. Is that going to be a Trinket out of Candy? He is playing human. He could Trinket it a little bit early. That's going to be some damage starting to ramp up for Carrie. And he's just trying to slog through all that damage while the Temporal is up and running, though. Fireball coming out for Carrie. Carrie. Oh my god. I'm going to confuse those two. 100% good. Carry decided to wait out the full fear. Polymer trying to come out. Going to be a reflect for Carry. Charge onto the Polymer, still gonna land the Poly. Greater Pyro is gonna come out. Carry at least is gonna be able to get himself a reset. Needs to go for some huge damage right after. Gonna be full combustion coming out for Caddy. It's gonna trick it out of that stun. Carry needs to go for a defensive. It's gonna pop that enrage regeneration right now. Does not have the charge to connect with that enrage regen. Does still snag himself one Bloodthirst in. That's quite a huge heal for him. Caddy tried to go for a bit of a Ring of Frost. So for Carry, it's really up to him to really start to get the pressure going. It's gonna interrupt him on a Polymer right now. Perfect opportunity to finally go for some huge damage. This way he can really go out all the way out. And that's going to be a Poly onto Carry. Same chicken for Candy though. The Warrior is going to be able to get a lot of value out of this Mage. Greater Pyro is going to connect for the Mage. Might be easier just to call them by class names. And Candy is going to blink away from the Warrior. Stormbolt coming out. As the Warrior is going to force out the Ice Block. Candy though, the Mage still looking that good. He's still looking fine. He's got himself Temporal. He's got himself Invis if he needs to. Gonna be Reflect for Carry as he's trying to deal with the Assault. Does not have a way to heal for the Mage. Leaping right on top of him, but is he gonna be able to get any sort of heal? Bloodthirst coming out. No! Candy had enough damage just to burn through him. It looks like Carry burned out all that luck. Or maybe it just wasn't prepared. Maybe if he would have ran a different build against the Mage. Maybe the Mage. It's just a hard counter for his playstyle of a Warrior. Vanish opening up onto Candy right now. Full stun lock with a Maledict to follow. Trying to deal with the Cauterize is gonna... Oh, I didn't even get a chance. He didn't even get a chance. I was thinking like he's gonna deal with it. I was thinking, you know, how Maledict now does not give you like a full bar of your health. That's just gonna be necrotic. It ends out, keeps you refreshing. It starts small, but then refreshes a little bit, a little. And I guess he just had it in a refresh where it was the highest amount of refresh, where he was not gonna get any kind of healing from Cauterize. That's just unfortunate. That's going to be Chaos Bolt, and Vanish actually catching the feint right before the Chaos Bolt connected. Fear to follow. Does he have a Shadow Step? Does he go for a Shadow Step? Eating the second Chaos Bolt, and is going to go for a self-heal with a Crucible. Trying to still waddle his way over to Tathy. Tathy dropping down an Infernal. So for Vanish, that's quite a huge elemental. Quite a huge amount of damage for the Warlock available. Getting a shot onto Tathy. He's going to pop cooldowns, and Vanish is going to vanish out of there. No Cloak or Shadow, still has a dot rolling on him, but he does not want to use Cloak yet. He's just going to go for a bit of a heal. Tathy connecting next to the Rogue for a quick second. Oh, going to be Shadow Step by Vanish as he caught himself a resell, but surrounded by all the pets. Couldn't catch a full resell. And this way he's going to go for damage of his own. Vendetta coming out for Vanish, forcing a wall out of Tathy right now. Is going to get himself a free Immolate and a Horror Effect onto Vanish. He's still holding onto Cloak, still holding onto a Trinket. Tried to feint up that Chaos Bolt. Did feint out second Chaos Bolt. And it's still not in a good position. But his health is doing quite better than Tathy. And he doesn't have wall anymore. Tathy needs to get some CC chains onto Vanish. He's actually going to Trinket. Get a shot onto Tathy. Does he have the Succubus CC to follow up? That's going to be, yep, Succubus CC right now. But a Cloak of Shadows could end the duel right here. Vanish is actually in a good spot. Does he even need to use a Vanish? Does he even need to use a Cloak of Shadows for the duel? Is going to cloak himself as he's dripping super low. But does he have enough to continue the onslaught onto the Warlock? The Warlock is still doing just fine. Vanish is on the other side, has the Petribuilt comp points off of. He does have the Crucible for a self-heal. So Tathy, the longer this game goes on, the further behind he starts to fall. Come flag onto Vanish. He needs to get himself a Shadow Step, but that Horror Effect into Chaos Bolt might be bad into Cataclysm. Dipping him super low. Does he have any way out of it? Concoction does come out towards the very end. Get himself a little bit of heals. Needs himself just an opportunity, just a chance at a kidney shot. Catches a resell for a second. Shadow Step, go road onto the Tathy. Trying to go for a kidney. The pet is nowhere nearby. No, the pet actually catches him in the seduction around the corner. Maledict on Tathy. Looks like Vanish is going to go down to a Chaos Bolt. Blind at the very end as Vanish tried to do whatever he could. Went for that clutch blind. Did not quite make it. An Extreme Paladin is going to be up next. Hand of Freedom not to be rooted by Tathy. Trying to end this Warlock in the opener here. Is popping wings right now. Blood of the enemy. He's going to go for a big setup. Into an interrupt onto the Fear. Tathy is actually out in the middle with his pants down with a Horror Effect. Is going to be able to use the Horror to path him away into a clutch Fear. Extreme Paladin does not want to use Bubble or Bop right now. And that's going to be some Chaos Ball for Tathy. Burning through that Shield of Vengeance extremely quick. And Tathy has cooldowns up and running. If Extreme Paladin is not careful, it's going to bubble right here. Tathy actually was able to equalize one another's health. And Tathy does have a Trinket back up if he needs to use it. Needs to get himself some sort of a setup onto Extreme Pala. Fear is going to pass him far away, come flag for a second just to root him for a moment. Is not going to be able to get a Fear, but does get a Succubus CD Seduction going for a moment. Drink it out of that Hodge into a Cataclysm of Extreme Pala. Trying to get a Fear, does not get it. Did he get a Rebuke out of him? Does get a Rebuke, and that's going to be Chaos Bolt. Could end the game right now. Does end the game with a Chaos Bolt. Are you kidding me? And Zakati is going to be up next. So Stati is completely out of all options, out of cooldown, still struggling to survive. There's going to be a horror effect into a Fear onto Zakati as Stati is just trying to break away from the army of the dead, as well as the Death Knight. Does he even have a chance here? It does. It looked like he did have himself maybe a Void Operational prepared, but it doesn't look like it was. And Zakati is going to get with a Lichborn out of that Fear and snipe him out. The Rogue is already on Zakati in the opener here. Doku is already getting back in blind onto Zakati in the opener. What was that? Is this an Assassination Rogue? I think it is. You see, he is putting up a bunch of dots onto Zakati. Cloaker Shot is coming up a little bit early. AMS for Zakati to deal with some of that damage. Is that Vendetta? That is one thing that's really difficult to see nowadays with Assassination Rogues, because it's a debuff that you put up on an enemy. It doesn't actually show as a buff for the Rogue anymore, at least in the UI for the 5V5 1v1 Duels. Maledict, oh no, Necrotic is getting stacked up on the Doku right now, not gonna have a chance to heal. Zakati is looking to overpower him with all the best Doku. He might want to play defensive, but he can't even heal, can't even recover. Does he have any defenses left at all? Actually, no defenses completely. And it's instead gonna be Fortune up next with a touch of death in the open of the stun onto Zakati, dropping him big damage, trying to one-shot the wolf, not even giving him a chance. Disarm, Safety Trinket actually absorbs a lot of that touch of death. Lichborn is gonna keep him alive for a little bit longer. If Zakati can start getting death strikes back to back, he might have a chance here as long as Fortune does not get a Fist of Fury to parry all those death strikes. Looks like Zakati is not gonna be able to continue those death strike spam. Did not have Transfusion to make the play here, but at least he gave it himself a good old chance. A good old-fashioned try, man. Wow. I'm actually surprised how ravenous you guys are to kill one another, dude. Everybody saw Tati just obliterating fools, and everybody's like, oh, I can't give him a chance. You throw Paladin and Holy Death at the guy. Poor dude. Stun onto Fortune in the opener as Elwood. Oh, random proc for a Tyrant, but that's going to be Fortune bailing the hell out of that situation. 8 minutes in, we're almost hitting that 10-minute mark. 20% dampening, so it's gonna start to get a little bit of a damage. Damage is gonna start to matter a lot more, and just a little bit. Actually, one thing that we also saw Elwood do in the back that it didn't pass over to. He did pop the Ajara Trinket, so that's going to be 30 seconds of increased main stat. Is he going to be able to use that for damage at all? Stun onto Fortune, trying to get a hand to go down, getting interrupted on it. Fist of Fury with all the images is going to do quite a bit of damage, dropping down the Bioscourge Bombers. They are doing quite a bit of work. That's going to be a trinket. That's going to be not a trinket, but that's going to be a reflect out of Elwood, trying to go for a reflect with a Cyclotronic. Karma for Fortune cancel out his Cyclotronic, and Elwood is kind of left out in the open. Nothing you can do against Fortune there. That was just a lot of things happening at the same time, because I saw Cyclotronic, I saw Reflect, and I'm like, okay, how do I comment all this back to back? I was so fast on another fast duel. Oh my god, dude. This Warlock is insane. Oh my god. Bro, I passed my backflow inspection certification. Hell yeah, Dan. Happy to hear it, my guy. Happy to hear that, my dude. Yeah, this Warlock have a chance to see NCDs faster than the DK pillar, so I guarantee the damage. Dude, that Warlock though is nuts. That is crazy, just how close to death he is, and he just keeps trucking, dude. He keeps playing ahead. He's like, okay, I gotta do the next thing. I got this cooldown, then I gotta do the next thing, right? He doesn't freak out. He doesn't like to run around like a chicken without a head. It's so good, dude. It's so good. Alright, boys, let's get another one going. How else we got? Lord, Oblivion's back, full group, perfect. We got us a Swarly. Is this OP Diver's Folly? It's pretty good for dungeons. Dynamo would be possible to 1v1 the lock later if you want them. If you'll be down for it. Sure. It's really up to you guys to be like, yo, you want a 1v1? You want a 1v1? I'm not gonna force that guy to stick, you know, if he's here like for a few games or something. Me and Obliv got a group? Alrighty. I got you, my dude. Let's get Obliv versus Alex in here. Spectator match. Lord and Adex 5. So those guys have been waiting for a bit. Toth, what are your neck abilities? It looked like, I want to say he's like most Warlocks. I think he's playing for, actually, I wonder. I think his because he didn't look like he used any abilities. He didn't. Another thing that I was gonna say, maybe Vision, but he never had a random summons of Infernal. So I want to say Conflict and Strife. That gives him some auto talent. I don't know which one it is. I think it's Reflect maybe. But it didn't seem like he used that ever. That's a good question actually. Yo, what's up to my side of man? Hope you're having a good one, dude. Alrighty, boys. Switch. We got ourselves Hamburger coming back in. I play the Boom Kid some more? Nah, we're going more for the Feral instead. We got ourselves Math in here. Math is hard. We got ourselves Nyx. Is playing more of the Frost Death Knight, or are we going for Unholy? I can't see your weapons. I can't tell. We got ourselves Obliv on his Rogue and Yakumo. Playing more of the Frost. Is that Frost and Frost? Might be double Frost. Versus Arthur on the opposite team with Born Lich, GGV, Sub-Zero opening up onto Mass, and we also have Chrissy in the back. Sub-Zero landing that opener is going to get hit with a horror effect. It's a Casbolt right after. He is sporting the OG vanilla PvP gear, dude. I do like that. As a Xanda, that actually looks kind of cool, dude. Oh, that actually looks kind of dope, not gonna lie. This guy that says the artifact weapon, purple kitty cat. Matt's is already popping CDs in the opener, trying to go for a Cataclysm, and Sub-Zero actually poke it out where he can't get hit with a Come Flag. He's actually putting himself in the open for a bunch of CC. That's going to be, oh, Focus Azeroth being for Mass. Is that the ability you run for? You go for the Meme Beam, and you drop down Infernal, and Sub-Zero is just going to hug that Infernal behind the pillar with you, and it's going to throw out Crucibles back to back, letting the dots rot you down. Look how much dot damage he's doing, man. That Crucible does quite a lot, but it's combined also with all his other bleeds. Maybe other procs. It's quite good. It's going to be a stun onto Mass. Chickens out of it into Horror Effect of Sub-Zero. He actually does not have a Chicken. Fear is going to be full. That's going to be Casbolt for Mass with an Infernal. No, Infernal does dissipate. That Casbolt might have been bugged by Infernal, but I highly doubt it. Into a Cataclysm, almost missing that Cataclysm, but cancels it right before it goes off. Sub-Zero looking to get himself a little bit of reheal while behind the pillar. While he's got it, Come Flag is going to stop him in place, and a Fear to follow. And it's going to be more incinerate. Sub-Zero doesn't have a setup onto Mass, but Mass is quite low. Mass doesn't have a setup himself. He's going to pop a wall here. A Sub-Zero is starting to reapply his bleeds. Might have not been the best move, because that wall is going to let you free cast. So if you have a full setup for burst with a bunch of Casbolts back to back, and Sub-Zero doesn't have a stun to interrupt it, that would have been the better opportunity to use it, but maybe Mass might be able to come out of this alive. He is playing a Dutch Warlock. Fear off of the Horror Effect, but he's passing it a worst way possible. Mass having to go for a Cataclysm. He doesn't even clip him with a Cataclysm. That is so unlucky. Mass isn't having a fun time. It's going to be Skull Bash onto the Casbolt. Does port away with a Warlock Gateway. Needs to get himself another reset. Even Come Flags are not slowing this Feral down. Does land a Fear. But is that good for you to go for a Casbolt? Big bite, and it looks like Mass is going to be going down immediately. Who is up next? It's going to be Obliv Rogue on his Assassination Rogue. I would think Assassination. The road open over to Sub-Zero is going to tank form it just to turtle the damage a little bit. Bash onto Obliv in case he does trick it out of it. He does trick it out of it. Get a shot onto Sub-Zero with a Vendetta. Full damage coming down. It's actually going to go for a Cloak just so he takes the least amount of damage through those thorns. Into another Garona to Sub-Zero. He's going to pop a second wall. Save the chicken, keeping him alive. It's going to go for a massive once he heals back to back. Obliv still has a lot of pressure, and he has evasion to cover himself, but that Vendetta is going to start running out, and used to make a play. Sub-Zero getting fully defensive with his Crucibles, just popping out for a self-heal. Another getting shot at Sub-Zero. He does have a ticket for this one. Obliv could go for a setup with a blind. Actually got a Maledict rolling into Sub-Zero. You might have enough pressure here to take him out. Sub-Zero could maybe get enough comp points though, because Obliv is also fairly low. He does get away somehow. He's going to go for a Regio Swiftman. Obliv doesn't have any health either. Blind onto Sub-Zero. Obliv barely has any health. Is going to get himself a heal going right now, as long as he's very, very clean with his saps. Yep. It looks like it's going to be the duel towards the Rogue, but you know what? The Rogue still can make a mistake. Still, one of your abilities might not crit, so you got to be really clean. Trying to go for a Garrote around the corner, not to break the sap. Full kidney shot on Sub-Zero. Just to make sure he has good Toxic Blade, and they got himself a Poison Bomb, so that's quite a lot of pressure. He's actually hanging around next to Sub-Zero in case he can go for an interrupt. Thorns are up for Sub-Zero, and Obliv does not want to hit it at all. He's just going to maybe use a throw weapon, throw a knife, just to put reapply poisons onto Sub-Zero. That's going to be Concoction. Going to give him massive heal, so he's going to try to see if he can leverage it. Sub-Zero needs to recover on health if he wants to win this. Another kidney shot, and Obliv is fully dotted up, but he doesn't have any pressure right after this. No blind, no evasion available, and a Crucible sniping him out. 4 minutes, and Sub-Zero taking a second one out. Hamburger, not a Boomkin this time. This time he's playing himself a Feral up next versus another Feral. The difference is Sub-Zero does have a leap. He does have a leap away as a travel form. He also does have a charge as a bear, but he does not have the renewal, which you might have needed right here, because this Hamburger is going to pressure him. Big bite pull the dots, make him play super defensive, and then finish him off with a big old bite. Born Lich as a Frost DK is going to have a hard time versus this guy. We actually got Frost Death Knights everywhere, dude. The only unholy Death Knight is Zakati. The rest of them, Born Lich. We got us as what? Nyx in here. Nyx has to be playing Frost. Yeah, double fish. And Yukumo double sword, 100% Frost DKs, dude. Hamburger opening up onto Born Lich. It's going to be early Lichborn for Born. It's going to get a stun onto Hamburger, forcing a trinket out of him. If the Frost Death Knight could keep the Feral next to him and just train him down, not let him go anywhere, you could actually get some pressure out of the Feral. It's going to be just very, very rampy damage. It's going to be first wall out of Hamburger before he starts taking the damage, trying to go for a self-heal playstyle over and over, applying bleeds, getting the big old bites onto Born Lich, and is continuing to pop regrowth into him. Born Lich popping that AMS to deal with the Thorns for a moment, just so he can maintain whatever pressure he's got, which is not a lot, since Hamburger is just healing through most of it. Short stun into Born Lich, and trinkets out of it, so it's actually going to be down on the trinket. Hamburger is going to throw a Crucible at him, and it just continue. And both of these two juggernauts just continue to fight. Born Lich is starting to bleed a little bit, however. His health is not doing that good. Hamburger is out of defenses that he is willing to spend into this duel. It's going to get a root onto Born Lich while he's fully dotted up and wants to bail out of it, catch a couple regrows. Born Lich just needs to stay on top of Hamburger, needs to time that transfusion at a right time to get the most amount of healing. Hamburger, though, does play with the Underrot trinket, which is going to supplement a good portion of that healing. That doesn't mean that he can go for a more of a damage setup, doesn't have to play as defensively if he's getting lucky with the procs. But he actually might be turning around here. Born Lich continued to do damage to Hamburger. He's got I believe he popped a Warlock Hellstone just now. His health did go up equivalent to that of a Warlock Hellstone. Especially at this dampen 8%. Yeah, about. I can't really tell. If Born Lich does have AMS, he's going to use it. He is going to use it after getting the stun to Hamburger. Starting to get himself some damage rolling. Hamburger is going to get the Underarm Trinket procket for him. This is just a damage of sustained battle of attrition between these two. Frost Death Knights have a lot of rune power generation, with obliterates and maintaining your dot and remorseless winter. So you generate a lot of runic power. Basically on demand, and it just synergizes so well with your runes. So you have a death strike available at all times. So Born Lich gets more death strikes, and in between of abilities, he can AMS the Thorns to reduce the damage of that. That'll also feed into his runes. Right now, he has himself a, he even went for his Orc Racial too to increase the damage he's doing too. But he went for a Lichborn in order to, which is a minute-long cooldown. That's going to give him quite a big defenses to deal with the damage Hamburger is putting out. Wall for Hamburger, he's going to be down defenses. So both of these two are just tussling in the middle. And it's really just going to be a chess match. Stun onto Hamburger. Does Born Lich have any damage? He doesn't have any damage to continue. This is where Born Lich needs to line up a stun with a big ramp up for damage. So you need to try to see if you can force a stun out of Hamburger. Then come back in with the next Pillar of Frost. Get some big damage rolling. Remorseless Wind to really start to ramp up on him. And then Hamburger is going to want to try to play defensive. This way you want to yoink the Feral back. Maybe interrupt him on the cast. Maybe get a second stun right after all the pressure. Until then, it's just really going to be kind of a standstill between these two. Born Lich is he playing Crucible? It looked like he might have been playing Crucible to get himself a self-heal. Transfusion coming out, trying to maintain himself. I don't know what Hamburger's doing. I think he's got another trinket that maybe gives somebody else a heal. So maybe it's a double heal trinket. But you saw like a green thing flying to his team, right? Stun into Hamburger, trinkets out of it immediately. For Born Lich, this is a perfect opportunity. So the next time in like 45 seconds, so it's going to be a year from now, basically. What is this deal? Born Lich is going to get himself Lichborn rolling. Hamburger actually popping in a bear for him. Hamburger, he's down on renewal. Wall's available if he needs to. Does have himself his Underarm Trinket proc, and so it's going to be quite a bit of heals. Did that Underarm Trinket proc twice for him? What? It's like procking over and over and over for him, it looked like. Like it was reprocking and reprocking, or maybe it has like some really, really big like charge to it. Born Lich find himself super low, however. Transfusion coming out, does not have AMS for Thorns. This is where Hamburger is trying to turn it around on him. Lichborn is coming, oh not Lichborn, Darkback coming out for Born Lich, stun onto Hamburger. Does he have a setup? Hamburger is at half health, but Born Lich is looking to him play defensively, waiting out for that Dark Pack for a little bit. And now he's going to go in for a setup. Got his Rune Weapon empowered ready. Needs to get more Death Strikes in. Bash coming out. Trinkets out of the Bash super late, and Hamburger does take him out. World of Tanks tickets? No. It's just, I feel like if it was any other class, it wouldn't have been the same. You know what I mean? Because it's a Frost Death Knight. Frost, you have to have a right setup in order to get the damage going. And I think Born Lich, that's just not how... I think you need more gear as Frost Death Knight to do more damage than other classes. Is DVGS playing the Boomkin? Wait, Hamburger, that is your spec! He's playing Boomy. Why aren't you playing Boomy? You're playing Feral instead. DVGS trying to get himself a little bit of a heal. And Hamburger's on top of him. DVGS leaping away. Thorns are up for Hamburger. Try to see if he can hit him on the Tangle Roots. Big bite coming out. DVGS might be in a bad spot right now. Bear Form coming out. Barkskin available if he wants to use it. Barkskin used super late. And down he goes. Hamburger does take him out. And Arthur is up next. Feral getting to open up onto Hamburger. That Underrod Chicken is proccing for him. And look how much healing that does. Wait. Decent healing with 30% dampening, however, so that's going to reduce it quite a bit. So now it's going to be kitty cats against one another. Thorns coming out for Arthur. Is Hamburger going to hit it? Wall coming in for Arthur as well. Hamburger is going to go for renewal while in bear form to gain the most amount of health, and Arthur is going to bear form out of there. Hamburger is going to try to see if he can scalp bash to him just to stay on the guy. And Hamburger is the one with Thorns right now. Hopefully Arthur has an answer for this. He needs to find a way to deal with Hamburger. He needs to get himself a heal going. He can't hit into the Thorns. Second wall coming out is going to pop a whipping on himself. Stunned out of form. And actually that could be it. Does Hamburger have enough damage on you? It's going to be a big old bite to seal the deal. And Christia is going to be the last one standing on Team Blue. Is he going to even fight him? I think he should. Hamburger does have a trinket. Does have a one more wall. But Christia is playing a red pally. So I feel like you could get yourself a big setup, honestly. You still could. The DKs are just doing a line. Christia trying to see if maybe he can get himself a good going. What did I even say just now? Trinket coming out for Hamburger as Blood of the Enemy connects and actually popping the wall right now. Christia got all their cooldowns up and running. Was that a middle-long cooldown or was that full wings for the guy? It looks like it was full wings because they're lasting for quite a bit of time. Shield of Vengeance is up. It looks like Shield of Vengeance is going to pop though. With dampening being higher, it's going to be much harder to hold on to that shield. And Hamburger is just trying to line aside all that damage. Christia probably could have done maybe, you know what? It could have even done maybe a middle-long cooldown for wings. Get himself a big old setup. Maybe even Blood of the Enemy. That probably would have been enough for Hamburger to get all the cooldowns up and running and save that trinket. Bob coming in for Christia, but are they going to peel away? It looks like they might just have to. They're slowed fully at 41% dampening. No trinket for Hamburger. Christia has a chance here. Hodge coming out. Is that maybe too early of a Hodge? Hodge is a Hamburger with a middle on cooldown for wings. Try to see if he can one-shot him right now. Hamburger got plenty of heals though. No defensives. Wall coming out in about 12 seconds. But Christia sounds super low. Bubble might be needed here. Does he even have bubble? Oh, what? Hamburger. Was that a big 1v4? I think it was a 1v5. Wow, we saw you as a boomkin, and you did so well as a boomy, but as a feral, it's nuts. It's nuts. It's almost like unfair. It's almost like it's unfair. Alrighty, boys, let's get another duel going. Yep. Let's get another duel going, boys. Let's get another group up and running. Let me also show you guys how to get into a group if you guys want to join in. BFA EU 1213, I want to say. Here we go. If you guys want to join one of the groups in 5v5 1v1, first of all, Fridays are always on EU. So you got to make sure you're in the right region on the right day. Second, to join one of the groups, go to player versus player, pre-made group, custom PvP, find a group, type 5, enter. If you guys want to join one of the 5v5 groups, so we're going to call it like 5v5, Dalaran Gaming, 5v5 1v1, 5 versus 5. The number 5 is going to be in there at all times. If you guys want to make a group of your own and have me added on Real ID, a lot of you guys do, and you want to make a group, you don't see one up and running on Alliance or Horde EU, click Start Group, go to Title, type in like 5v5 1v1 Duels Dalaran, and just be like, join. Smiley face. Wait. Here we go. Wait. Whatever. At that point. And then get 4 people into your group. Like I got Pelcher joining. I got a couple other people joining. Get you 4 people in. Whisper me in reality saying how many people you got in your group and I'll queue you guys against somebody. Pelcher, you gotta join someone else's group though. He's probably... I feel bad because Pelcher's like, oh man, finally group opened up. And it's like, oh, it's just Dal doing the demo. Alrighty. Our same group. Alright, we go against Zakati versus Lord, I guess. Was it Lord's team that was still alive? Or I think it was Lord's team that still was alive, so maybe we'll get him in. Would it be possible to 1-in-1 that lock later? You gotta ask the Warlock, my guy. Gotta ask the Warlock. Alright, Northly, sure. Appreciate you, man. Hope you're having a good one, my dude. Hope you're having a good one. Alrighty, let's get, who is it? Night Raven? Or Zakati? Let's get Zakati in here. And Lord. Because Zakati hasn't even got to play. Night Raven only got to play twice at least. So let's get Zakati versus Lord right now. And then if Alex can get a group up and running, we can get Night Raven against Alex's group or something. Or somebody else will make a group. You made him sad, Dal? What? Aw. Well, hopefully you'll find a group. I really do hope he finds himself a group that'll appreciate his talents, you know what I mean? I'm hoping. No groups. It's all good. You guys are more than welcome. Why don't you start one yourself? Belcher, just start a group yourself. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will join you. When is NA Duels? Saturday, tomorrow. Come back tomorrow for some Saturday Duels, but stick around for the EU Duels. Oh, it's better utility than Fury and Lockdown. Windwalker has better utility than Fury and a Lockdown. You haven't seen Carry play then. This man is a monster. But going up against Canny, Fire Mage, oh, that's tough, dude. That's rough. If he had a slightly different setup with his talents, maybe that might have been able to help him. Maybe he came in slightly unprepared for what he was going to go up against. Alrighty. So Twitch, who do we got? We got ourselves team with Red, with Ale, we got Carry in the back. We got ourselves Extreme Pala, Just Vanish, X, and Zakati hiding inside of the horse. Maybe Zakati is the horse. Nope. I was thinking maybe it was like a elaborate Halloween costume. Nikes looks like he's going to be going up versus a Frost. Death Knight on Team Blue with DVGS. We got ourselves Hamburger playing the Boomkin. We got Obliv on his Rogue, and we got Yakumo. Nikes, who we got up first. It's going to be versus Aloid, swapping from the Demonology into Destruction. Nikes getting the Chain of Ice a little bit early onto Aloid, interrupting him on that Casbolt. The Nikes is going to have a little bit of a ramp up on the Duster Warlock. That's going to be Cyclotronic. Elwood actually free to use that Cyclotronic since Nikes does not have an interrupt. Does have a grip if he needs to. AMS coming up a little bit early with a stone into Elwood. Maybe he can get a setup. Wall coming out really early for Elwood with the Reflect. Casbolt coming out. Actually put himself in a good position. Once the Reflect is available, Nikes cannot interrupt him. That cast of his interrupt is actually a spell on its own. That's going to be some Maledict pressure stacking up into it for just a second. Did burn through it pretty quickly, it looked like. And Nikes has himself all the resources available, full setup, power rune weapon. Casbo's flying for Elwood. Is he going to be able to come back from this? Nikes is still looking very healthy. Shot of Fury coming down is going to stun him for a second. Elwood though not looking healthy at all. However, Nikes just needs a couple more globals to end the duel. Going to be a Succubus CC for a second. Interference and triggers a Succubus CC. Try to see if he can get out of that CC before a Casbolt connects. That Casbolt is still mid-air though. Does end up taking out Elwood. Elwood, you just gotta start. Elwood, stop using the wall so early, my guy. I like that setup where you had try to get a sneak in a Casbolt while Reflect is up against Nikes, but you gotta pop wall and just slam Casbolts into the guy or something. My guy, hopefully you have an easier time next time. It's gonna be Zakati up next, as on a Holy DK versus a Frost DK. A Nice kind of just not even letting him kind of get a reset. He's like, yo, let's just get in there. Chain of Ice starting up on both of them. And that's going to be an Abomination joining for Zakati with an AMS to follow. Nice is going to have to fight through the army of dead, but he does get himself quite a bit of damage. Well, quite a bit of a pad if he does go for a Remorseless Winter. AMS coming out a little bit early. Zakati getting back in there with an AMS of his own, starting to stack Necrotics into Nikes, so he might have to go for a very defensive play. Transfusion coming out to get himself a little bit of a heal as Zakati tried to bail away from Nikes, trying not to give him a target to Death Strike from. Nikes should be aware that he has all those pets that he can start attacking if ever is an issue for him where he cannot even reach Zakati. He can always start to attacking his pet. Zakati's going to grip Nikes out in the open before he gets behind the wall, and Nikes still has his Dark Pact and adding extra layer of Necrotic on his health, which might be really, really bad for the guy. But looks like he's still surviving. Does have for himself Empower Rune Weapon back up. Should be able to get a lot of runes and runic power. Is that going to be enough? However, Zakati is continuing just to get away from Nikes, not letting him cash in on those death strikes from time to time. Zakati popping in transfusion. It's going to be two Death Knights out here to try to see if they can manage one another. That's going to be a Maledict hit onto Zakati to try to see if he can disrupt his death strike spam, and that's going to be a stun onto Zakati, actually dipping him quite low. Zakati might have to pop in defensive. Does he run Death Pact though? It doesn't look like Zakati even runs Death Pact as a talent of choice. Unless he just simply doesn't show up here. Nyx looking quite healthy. That was a safety trinket for Zakati though. That was a massive shield for him. Nyx actually dropping quite lowish as necrotics are starting to stack up. Zakati does have a beat up pet. He's trying to go for maybe a... I don't even know. Is he just going to necrotic him down? This man is not looking that good. Fully necrotic. Barely hanging in there. Barely surviving. Needs to get death strikes rolling ASAP. What? Did someone just try to heal him? Did somebody just try to heal that guy? Is that what happened? I thought I saw a spell. Okay, maybe I might have missed it. I might have missed it. Did somebody try to heal him? I didn't heal. That was a spit. What? Somebody did? Okay, well, either way. Guys, it's called a duel for a reason, so 1v1. I guess Zakati is getting a full heal. I think it would be fair. I think it'd be fair, I guess. I don't know if who's going next, who's going first. Was it DVGS? This guy's got to sit in the corner. It looks like maybe he was the guy that did it. Maybe he's the guy that messed with it or something. I don't know. Popping in as a feral. No, he's still a boomy. He just popped in cat form and just tried to get away from Zakati's stun coming out. No trick, and Zakati has already got his health down way past low. Double stun onto DVGS. Necrotic stacked up. Does have a bar skin. Does get to somehow leap away and gets a root on Zakati and the gang. DVGS somehow was able to survive all that onslaught of undead and got out of this scot-free. Zakati's trying to see if he can get a grip on the guy. Trying to get a grip on the situation. Actually catches a restyle while his cooldown's up though. That is why his incarnation's up. Is that it? Incarn? Because he's a boomkin. That is a bark skin, right? It's not a tank. Otherwise he'd have a tank icon. Yeah, that is Incarn. Zakati does pick up the eye to see if he can find him early. The DVG is just kind of prancing away into another root. Gripping him in at the last moment. Does he have a stun? He does. But the stun goes out a little bit too far. Does try to rechain a vice of him. But it's going to be DVGS trying to see if he can catch another reset. Does he still have a dot on himself though? If he has a dot, yeah, it looks like that dot is going to keep him out of cell for a little bit longer. Is he even playing? It looks like so far he's been trying to run away. Up on the cross, yeah. I mean, okay. Zakati takes another one out. Not even letting Obliv, wait, swap to rogue person. Not even letting Obliv catch a full reset with Zakati just getting in and not even letting this rogue stealth on the guy. Even though Obliv still got himself an opener. What is going on? Oh, shit. This is gonna go resetting. Just behind there with a pet, gripping him out in the open. Kidden shot onto Zakati, Lich boarding out of it with a transfusion to follow, trying to get himself a bit of a heal. Trying to spam death strikes, but that was a necrotic stacking up on him. That's a maledict suppressing all that healing. Obliv actually lined it up super well. Zakati did not have an AMS ready for it. And look at his health. That is through transfusion. His health is basically where it started. Is gonna burn himself a Warlock Hellstorm from Elwood. That is gonna help him out. That abomination is gonna do quite a lot of damage to Obliv though. But he's going to go for a vanish. I think the dot is still sitting on him, so you might have to come out in the open. Yeah, the dot is still sitting on him. Death Decay on one side, coming out on the other. Garrod onto Zakati. What? Zakati's lagging really bad for a second. Trinket's out. What? Okay. What? That was weird. Blind on Zakati, no trinket available. And Obliv does have a full army of the dead attacking him, no way to restealth. Even in Mages of the Dead casting from a distance, Zakati just gonna stun him. I don't know what he's trying to do, my guy. I have no idea what you would try to do, my dude. I have no idea what you would try to do. Hamburger is gonna open up onto Zakati right after him. 70% dampening rolling in, boys. 7 minutes in, 70% dampening. Hamburger playing the boomkin. That's going to be Thorns up and running for him. AMS for Zakati with a safety trinket. So actually Zakati is going to be down on defensive. Hamburger trying to go from bear form, and Barksian trying to see if he can tank up a little bit of the damage and a regrowth to follow right after. It's going to be much harder to recover from the onslaught of a Death Knight playing a boomkin. And those necrotics are starting to stack up pretty early on. That's going to be a root with a silence. Hamburger is going to be able to catch Zakati in place for a second. Couple star surges actually getting quite low. Puts himself in, and oh my god, puts himself in a silence yet again. Oh no, Sakati actually just got one shot by a boomkin. Now that was Incarn though, so that's gonna be 3 minutes before he can do that again. But Hamburger did get him down, and Vanish is gonna be up next, sneaking up into Hamburger, but that's gonna be a catch and restuff for both. Although Vanish, I think, picked up the eye. No, he didn't. The Hamburger catch himself out. Maybe he held down on him still for a bit. Either way, it's gonna be a solid opener by Vanish with a Malik in the opener. Not even a Vendetta. Hamburger is actually completing the Necrotic out with a Crucible right afterwards. He just doesn't even have a chance. Refreshing those dots as best as he can. Hamburger does not have any health left. Is going to go for renewal right now. Does have a disarm if things ever go bad. Bark's skin available. Hasn't used Thorns yet. Needs to get some dots rolling on Vanish. Vanish actually tricked out of that root. Wants to continue pumping pressure into Hamburger. Could cloak or shadows this if he wants to, but he's just going to keep spinning Phantom Knights back-to-back shot step onto Hamburger before he gets behind line of sight in the pillar. Start onto Vanish for a second. Hamburger has dots rolling on him. Needs to get himself his health heal. Doesn't have a chance there. That rogue didn't even give him a moment. Just loaded him up full of dots. Didn't even give him a chance to catch his breath, recover, even get a sap on the guy. I feel like at that point, if you are dueling against the Boomy, let the Boomy get the opener on you. You know what I mean? Let the Boomy get the opener on you. I feel like that even might be fair. It'll be unfair to the style of the duels, but it's just like when you see a Boomy, like I want him to do well, but I feel so bad because it's like Blizzard, come on, buff him, please. Come on, Blizzard, you can buff him. Yakima gonna try to see if he can play against Vanish. Gonna be Sab Garrod in the opener, breaking through that Sab, gonna get him up, and that's gonna be full kid shot. Yakima gonna pop that Icy Veins, not Lichborn, into an immediate blind by Vanish. You just got a big CD out of the Death Knight. And Vanish is gonna go for a bit of a sap reset. Just gonna mount him, just gonna wait him out. Oh my god, dude, I feel kind of sick, boys. I feel kind of sick-ish. I don't know what it is. Kid shot onto Yakima with a Vendetta to fall. It's gonna be a full setup into an evasion. Yakima popping that AMS chance fusion coming out, trying to see if he can maybe make a play, but nothing is left for him to even try for. That evasion is just going to secure the kill for Vanish. And Hamburger did get himself a good kill. Nice, dude. Hell yeah. Who's winning? Just look at the health bars. I ended up being Vanish's team. I think it was Zakati's team that ended up winning, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, sorry, boys. I'm going to be sniffing a little bit all day. I'm feeling kind of sick-ish. Or at least it's like I'm starting to gain... I'm starting to... What is it? I'm starting to come down with something. Maybe it's like, maybe it's a lack of sleep over the last few days. I've been having such a hard time sleeping, but it's usually like me staying up and working on stuff. Actually, maybe it's the weather. I'm not allergic or anything. Maybe it's stress, because I am in the process of moving, and the stress does kind of fuck with me sometimes. You ever just get like stressed out over something, you just start feeling sick? I think we're gonna peg to that. I'm not gonna bring it up again though. 5v5 ready, Alex. Night Raven 5v5 ready. We can get Alex versus Night Raven then. Hell yeah, boys. What server are you on? On live, I am Illidan. At least that's where I play. On EU, I have a couple tunes on Argent Dawn, but I don't actually play them like that often. I just got a Rogue to 120, but the grind to get like even the grind to get World Quest unlocked and re-gear a character and essences. Oh my god, dude, I don't want to do it again. Not on a Rogue. Because in your blood of the enemy, dude. I don't want to do that on the EU. So Twitch, what have we got right now? We got ourselves Arthur on Team Blue with Captura. We also got Christia Pelcher coming back in as a Boomkin and Stun All Day. I wonder what he is going to do. Canny on the Team Red, playing that Arcane Mage Fortune in the back. We got Snoopy as well. Lock back in again. Is he going to play another spec by any chance? Do you have like Affliction by any chance that you play? Because I would love to watch like a really well geared Warlock with great experience play some Affliction, and we got Doku in the back as well. I think still playing some Assassination, although Night Elves with this Mog, with these daggers, I would love for that to be a subtle team. Either way, boys, good luck and have fun as per usual. For all the druids, be out of stealth and out of form, except for Pelcher because he's going up first and he's a Boomkin. But Pharaohs, be out of form and out of stealth so you don't give your allies a buff. A lot of Pharaohs run with a buff where every time you crit, and like on a 5 or 3 second internal cooldown, every time you crit, you get healed for like 5% of your health. That seems like a lot. Is Peltry popping in a tank trinket, declaring an edict against Canny? He's just popped in a tank trinket, so he takes less arcane damage. That might be the way to go for the Boomkin. Try to see if you can get a little bit of absorb against magic damage in particular. Opening up, getting some dots on the Canny, and Canny is going to get some bowling going with an arcane orb in the opener. For Candy, though, this is going to be quite a long duel. Out of all those two, though, I feel like the Arcane Mage still wins. Like, Arcane is all about the sustained pressure, sustained damage, and not being interruptible by Peltry at all, and cannot interrupt him ever, except for like once every minute. That might be rough. The Arcane Missiles are chasing after him, and Peltry is going to go for a bit of a re-heal behind the pillar, but Candy is going to blink on top of him and get some interrupts rolling, some damage right after Peltry actually dropping through one of his trades, popped in a shield, and that's going to be Candy right in front of him yet again, blink in front of Peltry. He's just surrounded by one mage. But he's literally surrounded from every angle. That's going to be a crucible to get himself in the middle of a self-heal rolling. I wonder if that edict is actually helping him that much to deal with the magic damage. That's going to be a knock-up on Peltry as he's trying to get his cast off. Finally trying to go for yet another regrowth. Doesn't get it again. Blink for Candy with an intro. Popping cooldown. So Peltry is in a bad spot. Bashes to Candy. He trinkets out of it. And Candy could maybe blink back on top of him. Is going to get another slow into Peltry. Arcane Missiles are flying. Peltry is forced to use his renewal. No Barkskin available. He's just put so far behind against this Arcane Mage. Popping in Incarnation. This is his big go. Is going to get a silence on the Candy. Does land a silence on Arcane. Maybe might be able to do enough damage here. Getting the Star Surges back to back. He's trying to get a regrowth going. Not getting interrupted. Getting knocked up instead. And Peltry is going to go down. Candy just obliterating him. That edict did almost nothing for you. Which is a little bit sad, bud. It's a little bit sad. I would ask what Hamburger would run for trinkets. I would use what he's been doing. Because he's been around for these, man. Might know a thing or two. Going to be a root on the Candy. By Captura is going to go for a War Stomp, so he's going to put a heavy DR into Candy when it comes to stuns, but maybe he doesn't even need it. Maybe he just needs bleeds and bites, and that's all he needs. Needs to go for power shifting, is power shifting those roots whenever he can. Candy trying to maintain his max distance from this Feral, is going to knock him up as he sees a wall coming out of Captura. Needs to make sure he has a way to slow him every single go that he gets to. Shields are up and running to deal with the blades. Captura almost next to him. Needs to get Captura down below 50% of the health to actually knock out one of his Azeroth trades. That's going to be a Skull Bash getting missed by Captura. Candy's going to continue bailing over from the guy. Is going to get through a shield. And that's going to be no Azeroth extra damage on top of that. 40 seconds for it. That's going to be Arcane Missiles chasing, forcing a wall for Captura. Playing super defensive. Trying to see if he can tank out behind the pillar. That's going to be an interrupt onto the regrowth. No wall available. Actually might be dead right here, boys. That's going to be trying to see if he can get away. Another Arcane Missiles coming out. Knock up as he's trying to get a heal into Arcane Missiles. Does he have enough health right here? Trying to get himself a regrowth going. Barely any health left. Regrowth does finally come out. The Rejuve and Regrowth are doing work, making sure to put up Rejuve on himself. Swiftman maybe right after, when he's got all the heals in the world rolling for him, is getting interrupted yet again. Bash onto Candy. He trickets out of it immediately. Captura still in a very, very bad spot. Needs to get himself some sort of heal. Down he goes. That was the cheesiest gameplay for Candy, blinking around these boys. And that's going to be another Feral? Oh my god, this is slaying druids. Third druid back to back. Candy made sure to be mounted up at least, but he has exactly the strategy he needs in order to deal with a Feral. Just needs to maintain him away from himself. The knock up, the slows are going to be important. Looks like there was a little bit of lag for Candy. Hopefully that doesn't disrupt his gameplay. Needs to juke out of the Skull Bash, and that's exactly what he does. Temporal onto Candy right now. And it looks like he tried to blink back, but didn't get far enough blink away from Arthur. And that's going to be an Invis for a second. Bash into Candy. No way out of it. Arthur finally gets able to get some damage in. Better put on some big mean bleeds onto Candy. Candy is going to have a trinket rolling, I think, to increase his health a little bit to tank up some of this damage. Arthur is going to throw another Crucible at him. Trinkets out of the root right now. Why would you do that? I guess against a mage, you can really trinket anything. Maybe he was thinking maybe trinket out of the root, stay in cat form, do some damage. Make sure that every global matters, because it does take a global to shift out. And Caddy is just going to try to go for an Invis. This is going to be an actual Invis that does give him like 60% damage reduction for a little bit. Stealing the Thorns away from the Feral. I just noticed that. So Arthur might not want to hit this mage for a little bit. Arcane Missiles coming out with a Temporal to follow. Arthur again playing very defensive. Might want to go for a self-heal. War Stomp Clutch coming out. Needs to get himself a heal rolling right now. Does get himself yet another instant cast. Still trying to chug the damage into Candy, but Candy is doing just fine. Bash to stop him in place. That's going to be Crucible Candy offensively. And Arthur barely has any health. Regrowths are coming out as often as he can. Arcane missiles don't take him out. And that's 3 druids in a row, boys. Oh my god. And a Hodge out of Crysters. And Caddy is going to bail out of Christia. Hodge out of Christia. Caddy is going to bail out. Hodge coming out. Oh my god. That's just so much damage. Caddy just obliterating these pharaohs, but now he has to deal with the unholy the holy damage of a paladin. Hand of Freedom over there with a pony up. Does steal the Hand of Freedom, so that's going to be huge for Canny. As long as Canny can find a way to re-heal somehow, one way or another, he might have a chance. Because Christian doesn't have a Hand of Freedom. He doesn't talent into it. So Canny can never be caught. Polymorph coming out. Oh, wait, did he just avoid the trinket? That trinket was running at him, and it looks like as soon as the polymorph, the trinket stopped. The damage was nullified. I wonder if Christia does have his trinket, like, used up. Like, is the cooldown down? You know what I mean? Candy recovering a bit of that health right now. Whatever instacast he can use, every time he uses an instacast, he gains a little bit of health back. With dampening being only 7%, he does get a lot of value out of all the instacasts. Every single time he gets a cast off. So many instas. And it's actually going to go for some damage right now. Popping in CDs. Christian not looking that good. Might be a bubble out of Christian right here. Christian trying to pull Caddy next to some line of sight, so you might be able to get around and finally get a Hodge. Landing that Hodge, and Caddy's looking quite healthy. Christian needs to go for a full setup. Wings are up and running. Blood of the enemy available. That's going to be ruined to Christia. Does he have a Hand of Freedom? He does, but he gets stolen immediately. Blink offensively for Caddy to interrupt Christian. Trinket out of the Paladin. Does he have a chance here at all? And I think that's going to be enough damage for Christian to stop in his tracks and just like, I'm done. I'm done with this mage. I don't care. I don't care. It looks like Snuddled wants to give him a chance. Yeah, it looks like he wants to give him a full-blown chance. He is playing a rogue. He knows that he has advantage. We're only 7 minutes in. Oh my god. Snuddled, you got so many people. You got Snoopy. You got Snoopy. You got Snoopy, you got Toth, you got Doku, you got Fortune to get through him. Candy is just going to be the first roadblock in your life. And Candy is just going to let him open. He's not going to go for a full arcane explosions. He's like, you can let me get a heal. I'll let you get the opener. I think it's fair. Going to be an opener by the rogue. Mark for the kidney available. Kenny checking it out of that kidney immediately. Sunday did shadow step for it. He's using everything he can. Crucibles are flying, trying to get the damage rolling onto Kenny. He does have a shield up and running, so he was able to shield through a lot of the crucible damage. The dots are there. Arcane is trying to come out. Kenny does not have the blinks in order to get away from the guy. Does hit him with a root for a second. Arcane is coming out. It's going to be vanished on the sun all day. Into another Rigor Road into Caddy. He does increase his health for a little bit. Going to be full cooldowns on a sun all day. Caddy does not have an ice block for this one. Might be able to temporal this. Polymorph coming out onto the rogue. Does he trick it out of it? He does. Shadow stepping onto Caddy, locking him out on Arcane. Actually, he is done for. Nothing he can do. Very well played by Sun all day. But also very well played by Caddy. I was thinking it was going to be a big old Arcane Mage 1v5, and Doku not letting Caddy, not giving Stunner Day a chance to recover. Shadow Step on top of him blind. Trinkets out of it and turn around on Doku with a kidney shot. Evasion available for Stunner Day right now. Doku trying to do whatever he can is going to get himself a concoction. Cloak of Shadow is being burned right now. Stunner Day is sitting healthy for a bit. Evasion still available for Doku when he goes in for damage. Shot. That's going to be a vanish into a cheap shot. Maybe a kidney shot onto Stunner Day. He needs to find a way to recover right now. Still holding on to. No, he doesn't have a blind anymore, actually. That was his blind onto Doku. Shortest stun in the world by Doku. Stunner could still recover on this. Doku does not have a trick and swap it to the wrong guy. That's my beam. Getting a shot. Doku doesn't have anything. Fully done it up, even with an evasion. Nothing he can do, and Stunner is going to go for a bit of recovery. Fortune running in there. The rogue is going to catch himself a restart unless the dots are still rolling. So he is going to let the rogue open, but he's not going to let the rogue get a full re-stealth regardless. Fortune, this guy's on your team. Why would you make him dead mid and then sacrifice him? And then set him on fire? He was on your team. Stunner Day, is he going to open up without any dots? What? What? Why would you do that? Oh my god, stun. Why would you do that? Actually, look at Fortune. Was that a kidney shot out of a sap, or did Fortune just kind of sit and like sit for a little bit after that sap? But stun being out of a trinket. Auric Racial is the only thing he has left to get him out of the stun a little bit early. No vanish available for a few seconds. Doesn't have anything for this touch of death. It might take before vanish comes in. It vanished actually right before the touch of death took him out, but corroded Fortune because he drag kicked on top of him and down he goes. You know what? You probably would have had better karma if he didn't flag Candy, but because he did, the karma turned around on you, my guy. That vanish came out really, really clutch at the end. I gotta give you that one. That was very well done. Damn, dude. Damn. Alrighty, who else we got? We got Joe. Got a group ready? Alright, man. Sounds good. Zakati's ready as well. We can get Zakati versus, let's get Zakati versus Night Raven. Still gonna keep my people? Go for it. Like, most of the people on Fortnite Steam didn't even get to play. The Feral got to play once. Warlock got to play like twice for a little bit. Candy got to play like second time now. Fortune got to like get some scraps. Never got to play a full game. The Rogue got to play like scraps. Only one time the Warlock got to play like a full-blown game. No, almost two actually. I want to say. That's nutty, dude. That's a good team right there. Full group, one player. Alright, man. Group ready bot sounds good. Let me get Zakati versus Night Raven though. Those guys haven't seen one another in a bit. I want to make sure that they get to play against one another for a bit. Zakari and Night Raven. Beautiful. I don't want to play a full game. I want my team to play. That's exactly what I'm looking for, man. Joe from Updog? Yeah. Ligma. It works at Ligma. Say the most OP spec in BFA has a long range. Say the most OP spec has a long range. Okay, the most OP spec has a long range. Did I do it right? Put Cherry on a put Carry on wide at Woodwalker. I read that was Cherry for a second. I heard Updog is suffering from an outbreak of Ligma. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Alrighty, boys. Let's get another one going. Oh, we got Chet's in here. Whoa. I haven't seen you in a while. We got, wait, switch. We got Chet's. Oh, wait, wrong one. Chet's. Hey, Chet's. I was like, oh my god, you got it so close. What's up, Chet's? I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're having a good one. We got Arcane Mage Master. Best out of 3. And Canny. Oh, you guys dueled each other before. You actually can have a rematch. Chance versus Canny. We also got Carry. We got Extreme Pilot, Just Vanished, and Zakati versus Canny. We got ourselves Fortin, Snoopy. We got Tothy Lock, and we got ourselves Dokum. Your name Toothy? I want to know. What can we call you, Toothy? Toothy Lock. That would have been better. For some reason, I have a hard time with saying Tothy Lock, but Toothy Lock. I feel like that would have worked. Don't even Carry opening up with a charge and a reflector on the Toth. I'm gonna call you Toothy. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna do it at one point. Tathilock hitting him with a succubus seduction. Casbolt to follow with an immolate. Come flag, and that's gonna be a blaze up for Carry just to break out of the room for a second. Tathi though, looking to line himself up next to the gateway in case he needs to get out of there. He's gonna get locked out and a gateway immediately. Using that gateway early so we have more uses out of it. Might as well use it for mobility. Carry though, being a warrior, has plenty of mobility to deal with. Zerka raging out of that fear. And Tati still has a bit of a setup here. Infernal coming down with a Casbolt. Carry might be in a bad spot. Interrupt him on Shadow. But actually, oh, that reflect on the Casbolt is quite nice though. Stun onto Tati. And Tati might want to go for even more damage. Fear onto Carry. Doesn't have an answer for it. Trying to line his side. What he get? Oh my god. The Casbolt still went off. Tried to line his side and desperately. And Tati just had a massive nuke ready for the guy. Oh my god. Well, whoever's next, better be careful. It's going to be Chets. As an arcane mage. I'm so sorry, Carry. Dude, Carry has gotten so unlucky with the classes he's been playing against. A Destro Warlock? A Fire Mage? Oh my god, like the Casbolts and Greater Pyros, dude. That's unlucky. But next is going to be Chets. Tati is quite low on health. Still has a wall if he needs no trinket. So for Chets, this might be a perfect opportunity to get hit with a horror effect. And Tati does not get that Casbolt. Lined it. So sad. But Chets, with Arcane Mage, he got so much insta-cast, he actually could get quite a lot of value onto Tati. Lots of damage available. Tati is trying to set up a Cataclysm around the corner. Does land it. Jets did try to go for a cast, but got interrupted on a Psychotronic to follow. And actually, Tati, all he can do is Fear. Get interrupted on that Fear. And locked out on Shadow for a bit. Chet's health is not looking quite good, though. Hopefully, he temporarily quite early. Does get himself up close to 50%. But with all those dots, with the shield, it's going to be ability for him to recover. It's going to be much easier to do so. Tati, though, needs to get a small setup with a Horror Effect and Casbolt. And Chets is done. Chets, hold on to a trinket. Hold on to a ice block. Still has invis if needed. But his health is not looking that good anymore. Oh, he does sneak around Tati for a second. Does hit him with a bit of arcane. And dips out for a second. Tati needs to get the pet up and running. So at least he might be able to get up his shield a little bit. Little evocation coming out for Chets. I guess he was stealing whatever buffs he could from Tati whenever he could. Tathy, does he have his Warlock Hellstone yet? I think he's holding on to that for the last bit of moment. Horror effect onto Chet, stricken out of it immediately. Locking Tathy out of fire, not gonna be able to do a lot of damage. Wall coming out with a Cannibal to follow, could steal away that safety trinket if you wanted. I probably would have. That would have been such an easy steal. That would have been a deal, dude. And no horror effect available for Tathy, actually in a bad spot. Trying to pre-cataclysm in case you can foresee Chet moving up. Chet does get locked out, but no cataclysm hitting him. And Tathy again gets put in a bad situation. Every time he puts out another Crucible coming out, he's going to put quite a bit of damage onto Tathy. Not the strongest Crucible, though, so probably was a 1-stack. Arcane missiles to follow. Dust of Infernal on the other side. I guess he was expecting for Chess to go to the other side, trying to predict the mage. He knows the mage is going to go past him, around him to the other side. He's trying to do what he can. Chess surrounded by the pets for just a second. Tathy feeling quite confident, getting quite aggressive in his strategy. Is going to get a horror effect into an immolate. Ice Block coming out for Chess right now. Cataclysm for Tathy, again, trying to predict this mage as best as he can. He's doing what he can. And Chess is going to blink way far away with an invisible follow. And Tathy did recover a little bit of health throughout this duel. It's going to get a little bit of regen with that Warlock Demon Armor. But Chet's going to go for a double invis there on top of Tathy. Going to start out with a bit of damage. That was some sneaky play right there. Is going to interrupt him on a fear. Immolates are coming out. Is going to try to see if he can get a little bit of damage. Crucible right after. Doing quite a lot of damage. Shadow Fury is going to connect. Cataclysm around the corner does clip Chet's. And Tathy does have a Warlock Gateway in case he needs to bail out. Chet's going to blink far. It's actually going to blink back. Crucible on top of Tathy. Tathy barely has any health. It's going to blink away. Try to get around him. Try to see if he can get away from his cast. Fury to follow onto Chess after the horror into a freebie Cannibal. Chess does not have an answer for it. Does need to get himself a shield up and running. Another Cannibal trying to come out. Does blink away to create line of sight, but it's going to get interrupted by the pet. Cyclotronic almost makes it. Oh my god, this could be anyone's game at this point. Tathy and Chess is coming down to the wire. Chess does not have any way to self-heal himself unless he can get a shield up and running. And Tathy is quite in a good spot though. Chess is in a bad spot. Tathy can always horror effect Chess away. Gain a little bit of health. Get him in the setup. Try to get that Cyclotronic going. Is he going to blast him? Oh, so close. Fear coming out. Does interrupt that fear. That's going to be Arcane Missiles. Tathy, does he look at that good? Cyclotronic disconnect. No, he interrupted that Cyclotronic. Does he have enough for a Crucible? Runs past the Cataclysm. Horror effect triggers out of it immediately. Immolation does connect. Chess just needs a little bit of more damage. He barely has any health. Has cooldowns rolling for himself. He needs to go for a self-heal. Whatever he can. Shields are up. Needs to make sure that the pet does not strip the shields off of him and he'll be okay. Tathy regenerate whatever health he can. Invocation coming out for Chess for all that mana. Oh my god, it could be anyone's game. Cataclysm around the corner. Chess does try to go for an invis for a second. Does even enough damage. Oh my god, this could be anyone's. They're dancing, they're tiptoeing around each other. Oh my goodness, 5 minutes and 6% dampening. Not even going to matter. Dampening should matter the least here. Although 6%, oh my god, any bit of that dampening matters. Even a little bit on the heal, a little bit on those absorbs, how long the shields hold up, how powerful they are. And Tathy is trying to get offensive, has a setup, horror effect on the chest. He does get a pre-temporal here. Is that temporal going to be enough? Does get himself quite a bit of heals. So whatever Tathy was going offensively for, whatever he was trying to do offensively did not quite make a play. And Tathy recovered quite a bit of health though. So Chet's, that's going to be quite a lot to get through. Is going to interrupt him on Arcane. That's going to be Crucible to follow as he gets a Fear. Cataclysm from afar. Chet's is going to go super low. Barely alive. Barely hanging in there. Oh my god. That invis with 60% damage reduction is enough to keep him alive when he's trying to spam out his health back up. Trying to instacast as much as he can to get his health back up and running. Ruin the pet from afar. Does get himself a shield. Does he have enough damage at all? The Tathy, look at it like in an advantageous position right now. Come flag onto Chet's. Try to see if he can let it Fear. Does not get it. Chet's is still playing very, very defensively. Temporal coming out. Oh, horror effect to run him. Actually, best pathing in the world. What was that pathing? Oh my god. Did it take away the temporal? He might have taken away the temporal. Oh no. And the conflict rate is all it took at the end. Tathy ended up winning that duel. Oh my god. And Extreme Paladin is up next. Come flag. Hand of Freedom coming out. Try to see if maybe he can get a Fear onto the Paladin. Does land it. And that's going to become flag to break through Fear immediately, dropping down Infernal, and it's going to get a massive cannibal super fast out onto the Extreme Paladin. And Tathi, it looks like he does have a void of, he did have a void of racial available in order to get some mobility. Bubble coming out for Extreme Paladin. This man needs some extreme defenses in order to win this deal. Flashlights are coming out back to back. That's going to be a short stun onto the Paladin. Chicken side of it immediately. Tathi, does he have anything? Horror effect and a Casbolt to follow. That's going to close out that duel. Tathi is just a monster, dude. Those Casbolts hurt. And Vanish is going to be up next. Vanish and Tathi already had a tussle. That's going to be Sap onto the Warlock. Standing right next to the pet, go road to fall. It's going to be Succubus CDC. Oh, Vanish actually closing or walking around that line of sight with those boxes to deal with the Succubus CC. Going to be a Maledict onto Tathi right now. Does the Succubus go for seduction again? Tathi is completely locked out. Is going to get a wall up and running, trying to get a Casbolt at Vanish. Vanish is going to reopen on Tathi, trying to end the Warlock before he gets any kind of heals. Down he goes to the dots. Vanish comes out on top on that duel. Snoopy is going to be up next. Instant trinket for Vanish. Get a shot on the Snoopy. He's not going to trinket this. He's going to wait out the damage. No Vendetta out of the Rogue, so no worries. This is going to have to take a little bit of dot damage. Vanish needs to go for a massive re-heals. Needs to maintain the dots on the Snoopy. He does get to get auto attacks through the wall if he needs to. He get a couple, but a blind is going to separate him and the Feral for a moment. He's going to be able to at least get a full reset. And going to go for a bit of food. He does have still a lot of defenses. Evasion is available. Cloak of Shadows is going to be somewhat useful against the Feral, but not super useful. It's going to be somewhat useful, but that's going to be a massive open. Oh, it's a trinket out of Snoopy though. It's a trinket. Wasn't even a Vendetta out of Vanish or anything. It's going to be Cloak of Shadows for the Thorns. So he's able to get some damage into Snoopy, forcing a wall out of Snoopy. And Vanish still has evasion. Oh no, he actually does not have evasion anymore. Use it, I guess, when he goes to get an offensive with that Cloak of Shadows. Big bite onto Vanish by Snoopy. And here goes the Vendetta by the Assassination Rogue. Does he have Shadow Meld? Maybe if he has Shadow Meld for a Vanish Sheep Shot or a Shadow Meld Sheep Shot, he might have had a chance there. Try to see if he can get away from him. The Feral Safety Chicken is going to keep Snoopy alive. Regrowths are coming out. Last wall was used up. Trying to see if he can catch up to the Rogue. If Vanish can somehow generate 5 calm points to land another kidney onto Snoopy, he might have a chance here. Needs to get himself a self-heal rolling ASAP. Shadow Step, but no, that Crucible was already mid-air, and the Crucible followed him past the Shadow Step and does clap him out. Oh my goodness, Snoopy, that was such a close game. Sakati is going to be up next, though. He's going to pick up eyes immediately when he's dealing with a Feral. 10 minutes in, we are going to start seeing the health reduction coming out. All the healing, all the absorbs are going to be massively reduced. That's bad news for Zakati. Dropping down Abomination to get Snoopy away from the box. Snoopy getting out with the Thorns immediately. AMS for Zakati. And Snoopy, I think, is trying to see if he can juke out Zakati. Does get gripped and stunned. No trinket available. That might be enough damage here. Necrotics is stacking hard. Double stun with a pet, and down he goes. Oh my god. Didn't even get a chance. And Zakati is not even letting... Is Fortune next? Actually, we didn't know if it was Fortune next or maybe Doku. But Zakati just went hambo. He just chose the target. He's like, okay, it's going to be Fortune next. And Fortune tried to see if he can get a setup onto Zakati. And that's going to be a disarm onto Transfusion. Zakati forced a trinket out of it just to get all that health back as much as he can. For Fortune, this is going to be quite an easy game versus a Death Knight with not a lot of mobility. With Lichborn to slow him down even further. The only thing that Zakati does have advantage of is Necrotics and the pet damage. He can just put all the pets onto Fortune. Fortune is going to have a lot of mobility, however, going to be able to always have himself a port away. Wait, what? I don't know if you meant to port there. So I think that actually might have been a misplay. I think that might have been a misplay. But it's going to take away one of his mobility abilities. I guess in a way defensive. Or offensive, depending on how you use it. That's going to be quite a bit of utility just gone. Zakati is going to love any kind of sustained damage, sustained pressure onto Fortune. Chain of Ice is going to be his biggest friend right now. Touch of Death lobbing onto Zakati into Alex, who does break out with a Lichborn, but that's going to be Fist of Fury to stop any of the damage Zakati is putting out, but parrying it. Zakati survived though, Touch of Death quite well, so that's quite a cooldown for Fortune. Into a Karma right afterwards. Zakati dropping in full Army of the Dead. They are going to attack Fortune. They are mindless drones after all. So they don't know better. They don't see a Karma. They're just going to attack into Karma either way. So Zakati is going to pay for it. That's going to be Abomination dropping a little bit early for Zakati and drop the Abomination next to him instead of next to Fortune. That Abomination is attacking Doku though. What is that thing doing? Oh my god, that is so unlucky, Doku. I'm sorry you're getting smacked by Abomination, but he decided he chose his target. Abomination chose his target. Zakati is walking up next to Doku, I think, to be /sorry. I think he's telling him /sorry, like, yeah, I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to. He came over to apologize. Oh, and Zakati actually bailed? Oh, maybe that was his move. Maybe it was like his last ditch effort against Fortune, and since he messed up so bad, he was like, okay, I don't think I have a chance. So he did forfeit that one, so that one is gonna go to Fortune, even though he doesn't look like he got a single kill. That's gonna be at least his one kill, at least his one win. Either way, very well played by both teams, honestly, boys. Very well by both teams. If it is reset after each 1v1, Desert Warlock would dominate, but they already do, so I guess. Yeah, Desert Warlocks definitely have some of the strongest CDs when it comes to damage output. With the wall, if you get a nice setup, you can beat just about any class. You guys are more than welcome to give each other honor duels with 5v5 1v1s. You're more than welcome to. Doesn't matter. Can I 1v1 Fortune for the YouTubes? Yeah, more than welcome to. Fortune and Zakati, if you guys want to 1v1 at one point, I'm perfectly okay with it. And we got what, 115, 16? Beautiful. All right, we got who else? We got a group. Who is we? Joking is in someone's group. I think he's in Lords, right? Full group. Alrighty. If you guys want to swap around a couple people in y'all groups, more than welcome to. I'll give you guys like 5 minutes to swap a couple people, man. Get like 1 or 2 new people. Is this guy looking at me, or is it just? Oh, I guess. Well. I guess I could put on a shirt so I wouldn't have people just staring at my character. I could put on a shirt, but am I gonna? Yeah, the pet AF on Holy is terrible. Yeah, but I feel like it kind of fits for that full. If you want to give it like a what the fuck? If you want to give it like a whole lore thing about it, like they are mindless or brainless ghouls. They're not supposed to be the smartest pets. You just like put them next to someone who attacks and they'll ravage, right? Like a hunter's pet, it's smart, it's trained well. But an undead ghoul, it's just mindless drones. You know what I mean? I don't know, but they definitely for the balancing should. Because aren't you supposed to get like a separate pet bar with the pet, or maybe not? I think you get a separate pet bar, don't you? For the abomination, maybe that was another expansion. Either way, don't mess up. My pet did can't control it. Who attack animation? Pet has low IQ. Yeah. Yeah, I'm told that the pets actually gain the stats of their owner. So if the owner has low IQ, it's hereditary. I'm joking. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys want to join any of the 5v5 1v1 groups, if you guys want to pop in, we got ourselves Premier Group, Player versus Player, Premier Group, Custom PvP, find a group top 5. Oh, not 2 5s, just number 5. Enter. Well, error. Okay, that's an average of 25 kills. But if you guys want to join the 5v5 1v1 group in the custom PvP section, you will find the 5v5 1v1 groups on Alliance and Horde. Looking for more people on today's Friday, so it's EU. So you guys are more than welcome to join us. Let's do some nice Fire Mage PvP. Were you not there for one of the first few games? That was some great Fire Mage. If anyone wants a 1v1, let me know. I'm on BNet, guys. All right, Kenny, sounds good, my dude. Sounds good, my dude. Fortnite is down. Alright, cool. Got one new from last time. Alrighty. Yo, Night Raven, Alex, Zakati, you guys let me know when you guys are ready. What's up, Marvin? How you doing, my man? I hope you're having a good one, my dude. Hope you're having a good one. Rogue's gonna shut down the lock. Dude, we actually had Vanish and Tothylock duel each other already. And Tothylock was behind on cooldowns. He cleaned house. Vanish is a really good rogue. Really good, really clean in his gameplay. He's also not toxic too, so that usually, you know, usually you have like rogues that are really good but super toxic. He's just only one. You know what I mean? He's not a combo. Is it 120? Yep, it's 120. What's up, Nana? How you doing, my man? You gonna be on for tomorrow duels, my dude? That's gonna be super cool. Technically, the creation of abomination requires intelligent brains, so the creation of it, yes, I guess. You're not wrong. Is it EU? Right now it is EU, my dude. Yep, my team is ready for both. What do you mean ready for both? Ready for 1v1s or ready for Lower Lord? Night Raven and Zakati are both ready. Which one of you guys has Chets? I want to give Chets a chance to go. I think it's Zakati's group that's Chets, right? Yeah, because Night Raven has the Warlock. So we're going to do Zakati and Lower Lord. We're going to get his group next. Did I join? Well, welcome to, dude. Viewers are welcome. 12-run arena. Oh, that's the worst. I don't like 12-run. I say it every single time, but it's just too big of an arena, man. Too big of a map. Too big for duels. It's almost like trying to 1v1 on Call of Duty and you pick like the biggest map where you have to run for miles before you see one another. You know what I mean? You want to go for a smaller map so you can see each other faster. Which we got ourselves Team Carry with Chets. We also got ourselves Extreme Palette, Just Vantage X, and Zakati versus Team Blue with DVGS playing the Boomkin, Hamburger on the Boomkin, Maku on an Arms Warrior, Nikes on a Frost Death Knight, and Obliv. We got like so many Boomy, Arms Warrior, Frost Death Knight, and then Obliv is like, you guys are the wrong specs, you know, right? I'm not seeing Fury Warrior, I'm not seeing Pharaohs, and is that a non-unholy Death Knight? What is going on? Dude, my arena team, what is going on? You guys need to play the meta. Well, let's see how it works out for them. It looks like Moku is still running the eyeball. I wonder if that thing is going to give him more whispers now that Azeroth stuff is coming out. It looks like it's going to be Hamburger first versus Chance, Arcane Mage versus Boomkin. I think both of those two have dueled each other before. Boomy versus Arcane, and I think Chet's ended up winning. Nice mount, by the way. It's like golden. I like the paint. Either way, it's going to be Hamburger. Try to see if he can land an opener. Does land it on a Chet's. Not playing Feral, but he does have a little bit of a Feral opener. Gets himself a Rake. Maybe even a Rip. Chet's is trying to see if he can keep up with the Boomkin. Doesn't have enough blinks. Blinking back on top of Hamburger, though. Hamburger could go for a second stun if he wanted to. Does have Incarnation rolling. That's quite a lot of damage. Chess does have for himself a little bit of a temporal. Huge damage on Hamburger. Just collapsing everything on him. Hamburger having to go for renewal outside of Bear Form so he doesn't get the value. Does summon himself the Elemental, the Guardian of Azeroth, but that Guardian didn't even get to do that much clapping damage there. Chess is going to try to see if he can get away from Hamburger. No interrupt available, and that's going to be full Cyclotronic. Hamburger is going to try to see if he can get away from Chess, and that Guardian so far has done almost no damage. Chess finally on top of the Guardian. Finally, he's getting to slap up Chess with a little bit of spikes, but it's getting rooted. So Hamburger either has to come out and face him solo, or hang out by this Guardian and hope that the Guardian actually gets to do some damage. Chess being an Arcane Mage though, so much mobility, and the Guardian dissipates at the worst time. He might have gotten like 2 or 3 casts off at most. And Chess is going to get an interrupt on the Hamburger on nature. Not going to be able to heal himself. More blinks coming out for the Arcane Mage. Not letting the Boomkin go anywhere. Does hit him with a root. Maybe a silence. No, but that's going to be Arcane Missiles. Oh my god. Getting super, super close. Chess out of mana. Going to go for that evocation. Get himself a little bit of remana. Hamburger catching a resell though. That's quite big for him. So Chess has an option. Either go for food or go for mount up and try to find Hamburger. It looks like that's exactly what he's going to do. Oh, one of those two. He's going to go for food. He's going to let Hamburger catch reset. Hamburger, as soon as he sees Chance with eye, you better heal. You might as well start healing. He knows where you are. He's going to find you eventually. Unless you're trying to play that. Is he going to be able to do it? Is he going to be able to? So far, so good. Chance is all the way. Oh, Chance is not quite far enough. He's trying to get Chance as far enough as he can. He's gonna pick up eyes. If he spots you, he'll just be able to blink around you, my guy. Does he see you? Oh, he knows where you are. Oh, still landing the opener. What was that range on that thing? That's the Boomkin range. Huge damage on a chest though. Hamburger popping bark skin. Red alert, trying to go for as much healing while he's can. While he's got it. That's gonna be a crucible to follow right after. Trying to get a Tiger Roots. Disarm the chest, disarm the mage. Silence him for a second. Run. Oh my god. Oh, he barely has any health. Arcane missiles and down he goes. Chets. Oh no. And DVGS trying to see if he could sneak up on Chess. Didn't get to him. Did not get to. He's going to be able to catch himself. Maybe a re-stealth. Maybe a chance. Maybe an opportunity. Maybe this Boomkin will have a moment. But that was just the worst, dude. Oh no. And DVGS does open up just like Hamburger. Opens up with a dot and a root right after. So I guess that's all he can do is just go for more mage food. Might as well, right? No eye. Yes, it's going to be here for a while. DVGS. He could try to see if he can open up with a root, silence on the Chet's full burst, and just wombo combo him. Maybe? Could have a chance? No, it looks like he's just gonna wait him out. Maybe? I don't know what he's doing. So far, DVGS, I feel like the one time he played Boomkin, the first duel, he was really pumping. But maybe it's like a weird playstyle that I just haven't seen before. There we go. Goes for a little bit more familiar. Ice block for Chets. Really? And DVGS is going to be able to get at least some resources off of Chets if he wants to go for solo wraths. Just spamming it for resources. But DVGS looking to catch a re-stealth instead. I guess Chets decided, you know what, that is Incarnation. I am going to pop my 4-minute CD to deal with it. And see what I can do. Does pop Invis since no dots are available. Could Arcane Explosion and maybe get DVGS out? I don't know. It's Incarnation. I mean, I guess if you're seeing a big cooldown, right? If you're seeing a massive CD and you can just ice block it and wait it out, you should. But it's a Boomkin. They just don't do less much sustained damage, you know what I mean? Unless DVGS got like the biggest burst ever. Chets is going to chase him away with a couple of arcane missiles. DVGS is forced to go for heals back to back, blinking away, blinking around to him, slowing him down some more. DVGS is just stuck outside of the Boomkin for him, and he's either cat or either deer, getting locked out on nature, can't even heal, can't even go for damage, can't even go for any kind of CC, and that's going to be even more damage out of, I don't know. Starcrawler DVGS didn't even stand a chance there. I don't know if that man came in with a plan or what, but next is going to be Maku as an Arms Warrior. Oh my god. That's like the best setup for our Arcane Mage. An Arms Warrior? Boomkins? Oh my goodness, dude. That's going to be a Polymorph in the opener onto Maku. He is going to trinket out of it immediately with an Avatar right after into yet another Polymorph. Last Polymorph for all, but Chets is going to get himself a little bit of a self-heal with that Crucible. Leap by the Warrior on top of Chets. I think he does go for a Warbreaker just now, and it's going to be Azeroth Beam from a distance. Chets does interrupt it and continue to get Arcane Blast from back to back onto Maku. That's all he's got though. For Maku, dude. Fear, oh my god. He's trying, dude. He's trying so hard. He's trying to make a play. He's doing what he can. Does have himself the eye for an eye, or die by the sword. But doesn't look like he's going to die by the sword though. Poor dude. Chet's just messing with him at this point, dude. Oh my god. Didn't even stand a chance. Alright, Chets. And I have Nyx. Well, Nyx actually... Oh, I like that mount. I forget that you have it. Nyx, though, as a Frost DK, he did do really well like a week or two ago. So maybe he'll stand a chance to Chets. Maybe not. There's going to be Chets with Invis, trying to get a Polymorph going. Is going to land the Polymorph. No, not going to land the Polymorph. Actually get interrupted. Full stun by Nyx. Going to be checking out Chets. And it's going to land the Poly onto Nyx regardless, though. He's going to be able to at least get some range. No more grip, no stun available. Nyx might just have to go for a line of sight gameplay here. Might have to hug the wall for a bit. But looks like he might just stay offensive, which is perfect. Chets is going to get max range without Cyclotronic. No interrupt available. Nyx is going to get himself a shield rolling with that AMS. You can barely see it since it's so blue. Barely see it through all that frosty abilities. Going to be an invis by Chets for a second. And Nyx accidentally tagging Zakati instead. Does have a transfusion rolling. Does have a grip for Chets. Is going to grip him in. Get at least one death strike in the chain of ice to slow down the mage as much as he can. Does Chets have any more mobility? Has cooldowns of his own ready actually. Trying to see if he might be able to get a kick out of Nyx. Trying to see if he can juke him out of it. Not going to be able to. Necrotic starts stacking up to Chets. Does get a stun. Nyx is going to go for a Necrotic of his own health with Death Pact. So Chets actually is quite maybe in a dangerous position. He is quite low in health. He's about 50. Nyx is going to land a grip on the Chets. He's going to blink out of it every time. But that's going to be a Crucible to follow. So Nyx does have quite a bit of damage rolling on the Chets so far. But that root is going to separate those two. Nyx might as well start spamming whatever damage you can, man. That's what I would do. Just spam whatever damage you can. Any damage is good damage for you. That's going to be Chets with those arcane missiles from a distance blinking away from the Frost DK. That's gonna be his Goblin jump. Goblin rocket jump, just trying to catch up to the mage. If he can land a stun on the guy without a trinket, he might have a chance. Does miss his kick. And Chets is gonna be free to cast whatever he can. Temporal is up, could go down. He's actually just relying on the Temporal. He's gonna get himself a Crucible for a self-heal. Nyx actually doing quite a lot better than Chets in health. That's gonna be an Ice Block by Chets. The Chets, I'm so ballsy with that Temporal, man. He's just like, yeah, you know what, this Frost DK. He's not going to be able to one-shot me. He's not going to be able to do enough damage. I'm going to be fine with that Temporal. Just cast an Arcane Blast at the guy. That was quite ballsy. Still gonna get a couple of those arcane blasts in when he can. Again, try to see if he can juke out Nyx from a cast. That's gonna be a group by Nyx. Blink away. Nyx not looking that good anymore. I know. Down it goes. And I believe Rogue is gonna be the last man standing as an assassination. Already getting dotted out by Chess. Chess not even giving him a chance to get around the corner. He's gonna get whatever instant cast he can. Got dots and rolling and everything. Goblin DK? Yeah, dude. Nyx is actually quite dope, dude. Nyx is not popping tank trinkets or anything. I didn't see him go for a, what is that tank trinket? Decrease. I didn't see him use the decree trinket. Actually, it might have been helpful for him. Maybe a different map, too, because, again, this map is just too big. Just gave him the opportunity to just roam around and blink all over the place. He's just doing just fine. Garrod open a by Obliv, landing a kindle shot on the chest. Could go for a lot of damage. It's going to be a Mallet to follow. Not going to let Chets get any kind of healing. That's going to be a lot of pressure by the Rogue. And Vince coming out for Chets. Does get himself a shield. Trying to see if he can land a polymorph. I think that was a kick out of Obliv. No way to interrupt those kicks. Good trinket out of it. Does trinket. Trying to see if he can one-shot Chets. Shot a step into him. Temporal coming out. Chets does not have a way to heal. Does he get a shield though? Trying to go for as many arcane explosions while he could. Did not have a shield available for him though. That's going to be a blind onto carry. Trinkets out of it immediately. Actually, I checked it for like a second. Is he adaptation right now? Wait, you might be... I don't think that's adaptation. What if, though? What if he is adaptation? Wait, that might be adaptation. That could be adaptation. I don't think that's a normal trinket. Well, actually, it might be. Looking at Obliv's trinket, like the cooldown, the bottom left of his name. Carry bottom right of his name. They're moving at about the same speed. It looked like it was going so much faster. For some reason I thought it was. Carry catching out Obliv in a Blaze Storm, not letting him land a Kindle Shot. Gonna be a Stormbolt on Obliv before he can even land a Kindle Shot. And Carry finally able to go out full-on blown damage into a Disarm into Obliv. He does pop an Invis to follow, trying to see if he can survive. Carry's at about half health. Fear onto Obliv. Not gonna go for damage yet. Maybe he can go for a charge heal. Is going to go for Enrage Regeneration right now. No evasion available for Obliv. Needs to land a kidney onto Carry in order to stop him from healing. Does land it. And is going to try to see if he can get a couple more dots rolling before he gets himself a reset. 10 minutes in, 35% dampening. And Obliv is going to go for a bit of a Crucible heal. Going to be a big leap by Carry catching out Obliv. This man is catching Rogue's Vanish for Obliv though. So he does catch himself a re-stealth. Carry trying to see if he can whirlwind back to back. He's just going to sit down and eat Mage Foot at that point. Yeah, that one don't make sense. Might as well. Is going to Zerker Rage not to get sapped. Kidney Shot available for Obliv. Trinket for Carry. Instant disarm onto Obliv's Vendetta though. Onto his cooldowns. Was that Vendetta? Might have been Vendetta actually. Yeah, it is Vendetta. He does have little skulls kind of emanating from him. Blaze start to follow. Won't get hit with a stun or anything. Obliv trying to see if he can Shadow Step past. Carry does land the Shadow Step. And is going to get himself a Crucible heal to follow right after Carry. Looking to see. He might be able to get an angle on the Rogue. Might have to go for a big leap AoE. Might have to go for a leap AoE. Obliv's taking out right by the eye in case Carry goes snagging it. Carry, do you have a trinket anymore? It doesn't show if he has a human racial or not. Maledict onto Carry though. Obliv has a trinket. So Carry is going to be in a bad place. And that's going to be dots rolling. Crucible safety trinket pocket for him right now. Is going to try to see maybe if he can catch Obliv. Does catch it with a Stormbolt trinket out of Obliv. Carry does not have a way to heal. Does get a Fear onto Obliv for a second into a Disarm to follow. Blind onto Carry. Should have a normal trinket, but with him using his normal trinket and human racial, there's definitely going to be a little bit of delineation with a DR. Kindle Shot onto Carry. Does he have anything here left? Does not have a heal. Barely has a nail into a Crucible at the end, and Obliv does take him out. That is so unlucky, man. That is so unlucky. Is Carry doing something different this week? Because last week, this man was a monster. And he still is a monster, but it feels like he's doing something different. Last time it felt like he was just doing so much outright damage. Just blasting DPS at everybody, man. I don't know what he's using now. I don't know what he's doing now. But he needs to go back what he was doing last week. Because every rampage from him was deadly. You know what I mean? Maybe it's like a setup. Maybe he just had a better luck and better setup last time. And because the classes that he's going up against, you know, Assassination Rogue with all the CC, Mages with all their CC, Dexter Warlock, they don't even let you get a setup with Chaos Bolts. That's unlucky, man. Is it going to be Vanish next? It is going to be Vanish next. He's hanging up by the eye. And Obliv is out in the open, so we're going to watch these two for a bit. Actually, we're going to do this. Watch him like this, because we can see Vanish from here and Obliv running around. Vanish looking to maybe pick up the eye, kind of thinking about it. Maybe thinking about it, being very patient. Very patient. Does pick up the eye. Does land the Vanish. And a Sapper to Obliv. He doesn't have a Trinket. So Vanish, this might be the best setup. Does get a full... Was that a Garrode into Mark for Death Kidney? I think it might have made a mistake. That looked like a Garrode into a Mark for Death Kidney. I don't know if that's what he meant to do. So maybe that's what he bailed out. But that's quite a lot of damage onto Obliv in the opener, though. What is this playstyle? Do you go for Shrouded Suffocation times 3 or something? What is that dot damage? And Obliv is going to have a trigger for the next stun. Vanish, you better have yourself a setup. Vanish is out of a Vanish. Obliv did use Evasion, though. So that's quite a big defensive down for Obliv. Does open with a Garrode, Kidney shot, trinkets out of it. That's going to be a, oh, not a Vanish. Actually, I think it was a normal cheap shot while Shadow Meld was up, or Shadow, Subterfuge was up. So predicted he would trinket it immediately. Or at least held back for a little bit before you get a cheap shot going right after. Oh my god, an Obliv now dotted up. Might not be able to catch a reset. No trinket available. So Vanish was able to get away from it. It's another kid. Yeah, you don't understand a chance at that point. I think it should have went for a trinket blind or something. That probably would have done the trick, honestly. And chance with a 1v4. Cool, very nice. Very nice. Alrighty, boys. Let's get another one going, yeah? And then we can get some 1v1s right after. How does that sound? IDK, I can't really do much as Boomy here. So many counters to Boomy. That's why I went Feral for the first game. GG's though might watch instead of super annoying hamburger noises. Nah, hamburger, if you want to play more Feral, you're more than welcome to, my guy. You're more than welcome to play whatever you want. You were just super fun to watch last week as Boomy. We didn't see a lot of Boomkins, so I just have a lot of fun. Dude, you guys can play whatever specs you want to, no matter how much you complain. Don't listen to my complaints. Just do what you enjoy, okay? I think that's the best way of going about it. Hey, Dal, so me and Tatulak 1-1-1, best out of 3. Okay. So let's get at least one more duel, and then we'll do a best out of 3. Alex is ready. We could get Night Raven versus Alex's team, I guess. Because he hasn't played in a bit. Let's do that. Let's do that. Night Raven and Alex 5. Let's go. Want to host on 5v5 when you need an add-on? No, you don't need an add-on for hosting. You just need to type in the macro. Like if you want to host and be the spectator, /invite spectator match, one word, space, real ID name of your friend, space, real ID name of your other friend, or the character's name. You might have to try one or the other. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If they have a name like 2 names, just do one part of their name. So if it's just like, if it's a Joe Rogers, I think if you just do Joe, it might work or it might not. I can't remember if that breaks it or if that doesn't. But, okay, if they don't have like a one full name or weird characters, try the character name. Or maybe have them like type out their name in all the codes or whatever. But anyway, invite spectator match, real ID name, number of how many people per group, 5 would be 5v5 1v1, space, make sure you have a space at the end, enter, and that's it. That's all it takes. And then you can fly around the camera. You will have to get some keybinds in order to fly around like how I do it. I don't remember, I think mine is just follow player, and then it's gonna unhook the camera too. So there's a couple, like if you want to whisper me at one point and be like, yo, what are the keybinds, I might be able to bring them up for you. Twitch. I might show them after this. Remind me about it. It is going to be Team Red with Canny, with Fortune, with Snoopy, with Toothy, and with Doku. Doku going up first versus Captura. Auntie Blue with Christia. We also got Born Lich in the back. We got ourselves Sob, and we got ourselves Plucks. My man, how's it going? Feels like we haven't seen you in a while. You're playing, I forget that you're troll. The last time I seen you was in Dalaran, and then you go normal troll, and then you go this, and then you go that. Is normal troll better than Xanda? Is it a haste that good? Is it that good? It might be. It might be. I would think the Xanda would be super good. That crit buff? Ooh, that would be so good. It looks like Captura is going to open up in bear form, letting the rogue land the opener. We'll see how well Doku can go for it. It's going to be immediate war. Some Doku did not anticipate it. That's going to be immediate wall for Captura, but that does, wall does follow up a full kidney shot. Doku. I don't know, call him Doku. Doki doki. Let's go to open up with a kidney shot and get all the dots rolling. Captura. Cloak coming out a little bit early. As he sees Thorns blind onto Captura. He trinkets out of it. Might have been the biggest bait though. So now Doku has a perfect opportunity. Has evasion rolling. Might have been way too early of an evasion. Needs to make sure the dots are rolling. Captura does have the poisons rolling. If he has a full vendetta right now, he might have a chance. It's going to be kidney shot onto Captura. But it is the shortest kidney in the world. Why did he hit kidney if he didn't have the comp points or if it's the yard? Marvin and Venom still continue to stroke damage into Captura. And that is without vendetta. I think it doesn't look like he does vendetta. Big, oh my god, and a bike just rolls by, a unicycle rolls by for Captura. He's just gonna slide out of there, man. What a sly guy. Snoopy is gonna be up next, snooping around, getting the stun onto Captura. Safety Chicken is gonna get forced out pretty early on. Double Crucible to get the dots rolling onto Captura. He's gonna try to get a heal, not gonna happen. Skull Bash, and Snoopy I think got enough pressure, enough bleeds, and a big bite onto Captura the Fearless to take him out. Snoopy is gonna go versus Sob. Sob, is that another feral? That is another feral. That is a lot of ferals. Let's go open up the bear from him. He's gonna let that other feral get the opener. Snoopy, I meant to say Sob. Is he gonna pop cooldowns in the opener? Is he he's not Incarnation, is he? I don't think he is. He could be Incarn. It's hard to tell what he got going on, but he's got some CDs rolling. It's going to be with Thorns on Snoopy. Sob is actually going to take so much damage. He's the one popping CDs, and he's the one taking the damage. What is going on? Bash onto Snoopy. He does not shrink it out of Sob. Trying to go for a regrowth. Going to be a late Skull Bash, but Snoopy just continue to get the pressure rolling. He's got the blades ready. He needs to get bites on the Snob. Sob is just trying to see if he can recover wall coming down. He needs to get himself a heal at one point or another. Oh my god. Cyclone, no! Unlucky, man. Oh my god. Well, second feral down, boys. How do you beat a feral? Play a feral. Easy, apparently. Prox. Ooh, he's gonna give him a run for the money. Prox is gonna give him a run for the money. Both of them not starting in stealth. Do they know each other? No stealth duel. Both are popping Thorns wall for Snoopy. Prox is popping wall of his own too. Prox just took so much damage in the opener though. Snoopy was like, you know what? Even if you got Thorns, big buy, big damage. And that Prox is going to be playing behind for a little bit. Does have renewal if needs to. Both of the ferals have a wall. Shaky coming out for Prox right now. Needs to make a play. Bash to follow. Does Snoopy have a big setup? Snoopy finally popping cooldowns. He hasn't popped CDs at all. And he's gotten so many kills already without CDs. And now he means business. Now he's putting up pressure. And Prox is just trying to play as defensive as he can. Wall available for Prox if he needs to. Gets a trinket out of Snoopy. Snoopy wall in this right now. Save trinket coming out for Prox. Might want to have to go into bear form. Is going to go for bear form renewal. Wall is available. Maybe now he can turn the damage around onto Snoopy. Now Snoopy is getting into bear form. Trying to play this defensively. Thorns available for both of these. Shield coming out for Snoopy though. Big damage to the Prox. Could be going down. Oh my god. Just so much pressure. He used that safety trinket while he had it. Just to get some pressure. He's like, you know what? I'm still alive. I still have a shield. Let's go. It looks like Christy is going to let him get the full honor duel. Because he's just cleaning the house with all these ferals. And he gave him a nice salute. What a nice guy. Both Christia and Snoopy. Wow, dude. He gets rank 1 players for breakfast. Snoopy the legend. Dude, the first game Snoopy got to play, he got like one game. And he got clapped out by Christia. And we haven't really seen him much. Now Snoopy is finally able to play the full game. Finally able to unleash. And he's not going up against easy classes for duels either. He's going up against ferals. Is that his spine in there? That can't be a spine, right? Look, what is that down the middle? It looks like it's a spine. That's kind of freaky if that is his spine. I hope it isn't. Gonna be an opener onto Christian. Bleeds up and running. Double Crucible. Oh my god. Look at Christian. He's already like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Have to go healing for a bit. Let's see if he didn't even catch a resell. Does get a pre-thorn as a stun comes in. Full wings, blood of the enemy, big damage out of Christian. Snoopy better be careful. Last time he lost to Christian on all the paladin bursts and he wasn't careful, didn't have any kind of heals. He is gonna have a trinket this time. He does have a wall, needs to play super defensive and wait this out. Might be better just to play safe. Christy is gonna mat up on the broom to catch up, and looks like Snoopy somehow caught himself a re-stealth or just juked out of Christia. It looks like he just did like a leap as Christia was running at him and Christy decided to go for AoE. Just kind of missed the guy. Snoopy catching the re-stealth at the very last second. Letting Christian know where he's at, but still going to land it open. A Crucible to follow just to get the dot damage. Look at the rot of that damage. Christian popping that bop is not a bad choice, but that's going to be Thorns for Snoopy. Christian has to make a decision. Do you hit him with the Thorns to take damage through your bop? Or do you just play defensive? He decided to go, you know what? I'm just going to save off the damage, bop myself a heal, and play around my CDs, man. Just gonna play around reset. Snoopy is gonna have a trinket this time, in case Christia goes for a setup. Christia is on a limited time frame now. Hodge coming out. Instant trinket. Christia might have to wait out for a bubble. Needs to get Snoopy low. Wall coming out for Snoopy early. Looking to close out this fight. Christia, can you live long enough to get the bubble rolling? Does get a bubble. It's going to go for flash of lights. Can he get Snoopy low enough? Doesn't get to. Snoopy is going to start recovering, getting away to the other side of the pillar. Christia might need to create some range between one and the other. Get himself a bit of a flash heal. Snoopy is catching reset only in the last moment. That's going to be Shield of Vengeance for Christia, though. So that's going to be perfect. With Thorns up and running, he's going to be able to get it to proc. It does proc. Blood of the enemy coming out of Christia. Can he get a full Hodge? No, it looks like those Thorns is going to make it hard. And Boar Lich is not going to let Snoopy have it. It's going to hit him with a Strangulate up in the air. And he has to make sure he has got damage rolling. But he's letting those globals kind of go to waste by popping all the CDs. I should have probably pop CDs, get the stun, then get the damage rolling. You know what I mean? You kind of gotta unload Frost Death Knight backwards, right? You gotta pop CDs. Yeah, you're going to give away to your enemy that you're going to go for cooldowns, but it's a lot better because you pop in the stun, 1 CD, 2 CD, 3 CD, 4, 5 CD, and by then like your stun is gone, and you just got your ramp up rolling, you know what I mean? I think with Frost DK you just had to be sneaky. Maybe eventually Blizzard can just take out some of those other CDs. Maybe somehow find a way to roll in Runic Weapon and the Pillar of Frost together, so just 1 CD. I feel like that'd be a lot easier. Snoopy getting that full opener onto Born Lich. Huge damage. Thorns coming out. He does have AMS for this, though. Does have Transfusion as well, but 18% dampening is going to make it harder for Born Lich. And this man just doesn't want to mess with it anymore. I think he's kind of giving up a little bit. You shouldn't give up that fast, my guy. Snoopy's going to pop a wall. Born Lich does not have a lot left. Does get a Lichborn rolling. He's going to maybe grip the Feral, does yoink him back from behind the pillar, but he just doesn't have the damage that some of the other Frost Death Knights have. That or Snoopy's just healing through all of it, which makes us think that, yo, Snoopy doesn't even take damage to begin with. Maybe he just heals as soon as he takes any of the damage. Frost Death Knights definitely have a slower damage output, but I've seen Death Knights that can really just, stun onto Snoopy with an Azeroth Beam to follow. Does get some damage in. Not enough for PvP, however. And still trying to chuck some damage. Cannot catch up to Snoopy, though. 8 minutes in. Born Lich still has a fair amount of health. He's not playing against Snoopy. Maybe a Snoopy using like a tank trinket. At least not that we know of. No, we've not seen Underrod trinket. So still might have a chance. He is starting to gain quite a lot of health back, though. That's a massive transfusion recovery. So maybe he has a chance. Lichborn coming out to try to see if he can deal with the dots. And I think Snoopy might just have to go for a little bit of a dot game with Born Lich. Just get in, put up Rake, put up Rip, make sure to put up Thrash maybe. Get a Crucible rolling and then back up. Let the dots do some work. While he gets some regrowths to try to recover and outlast the guy. Maybe bleed him down. But I think Born Lich actually legit has a chance here. Lead by Snoopy. Does go for the A. We're trying to get the Feral out. Doesn't get him though, which is very unlucky. Stun onto Snoopy. He breaks out of it with a trinket immediately. Born Lich is super low. Snoopy just going for the kill. Going in for the jugular. Does take him out. Big ol' 1v5 by Snoopy. Very well done. And it sounds like he 1v5 like, you know, he 1v5 regulars, man. He 1v5 MML. So good. So good. That was fun to watch, dude. Alrighty, boys, we have more for 5v5s, or you guys want to get some 1v1s in here? A couple of you guys like Fortune, Zakate, 1v1. Then Dynamo apparently wants to 1v1 the Warlock, best out of 3. You guys are more than welcome to if you wanna. 17, 18? Ooh. Beautiful. Eats rank 1 players for breakfast? I can see it's pretty good. For me, it's not so fun dueling Feral 1v5 with my setup. On Feral is just not fair. I just play balance because it's more fun when it works. This week you're a bit tied too many counters. Yeah, it's all good, Ronnie. It's all good, my man. Yo, if you played on NA, I feel like on NA we get so much variety in here. Like on NA we have like what, 3, 4 groups, 5 groups, 6 groups looking for new people. On EU right now we usually get like 4. We got Zakati, we got Night Raven, Low Lord is here, Alex is here. Usually Low Lord is, or somebody else does it. I think Makupi also does it sometimes. Maybe he's pretty up there, dude. He's pretty out there. Get Fortune out or rank 1 boring monk, really? Fortune does play it safe. I'm not gonna lie. That can be, I guess it can be kind of boring to watch. Depends on the person, you know what I mean? When you're going for like, cause I love when people do some massive plays, dude. Something crazy that you've just never seen before. Or just clutch plays where you're just like playing really reckless and you survive by a hair. Stuff like that excites the hell out of me, man. Super awesome. Kapura needs some more people. Are we doing more 5v5s or are we doing some 1v1s? Because Dynamo said both of them are ready. Me and the lock are ready. Both got groups. Wait, you guys are ready? Whose group is the lock in? Is he with Fortune? Canny? Oh yeah, Canny also got it. If anyone wants to 1v1, let me know. Be nice, guys. Hey, Chats, do you want to 1v1 best out of 3? All specs like last time, can we? Chats, do you want to duel? Kenny, let me know. Chats, do you want to duel? Kenny, let me know. Captura wants to invite me? For what? That's not how it works, my guy. You gotta get a full misclick. Oh, you're good. You're good. Yeah. I thought you were like new. Like, oh, I guess I get Dalaran. I'm like, no. I just said, yeah, it's all good. I'm just asking you. Yes, he said yes. I'm not asking. He said yes. Oh, what? Really? Okay. Alrighty. Well, who's going first? Who's going last? Here's with Snoopy. Do I have the Warlock or Snoopy added? Because apparently Dynamo wants to duel you. Dynamo wants to duel Toothy Lock. The Warlock has been blasting ass today. Super good. But I need Toothy Lock in a group with either Zakati or Night Raven or somebody in the group. Because I don't have Snoopy or Toothy Lock added. You know? Carry? You're more than welcome to. Yeah, more than welcome to. He had 50k more HP than me, did he? Oh, that's a lot. Last time I played in PvP retail was before Classic. Oh, okay, so it could have been gear. Rusty then. Yeah. Either way. Yeah, he would need to be in the group with either Zakati or Night Raven. You got a group for 1v1? Toth, Norby. I don't know how to do the O with a accent. Is Lock's B tag? Yeah, it's T, O with like a side accent. O with like a side accent. TOTHNORBI #2851. How do you do it's an O with, I can type it up in chat separately. It's an O with it's like this way. It's like that's the angle, boys. It's like an accent at the top, but it's angled from like top right to the bottom left. How do you do that in alt code? Can somebody just type it out? It will be TOTH Norby. Can someone replace the first O with that accent thing? And then I could add them. No, it's not a cross through. It's like a little pick. It's like a little hat, but it's like a side. That's why I had the cross through. It's like the angle to show you guys. So it's not completely just front. It's just, or maybe it is. Wait, no, it is angle. It's like a alt code. Okay. Is it Norwegian? Okay. Hold on. Wait. God damn it. Thank you, boys. I appreciate it. No, thank you. I appreciate it. It's like I was trying to highlight it, and you guys are like, sound like I see the O, and I'm gonna try to highlight it. So you guys keep typing up, being helpful, and I just keep missing it. Okay, let me see if I can add him. Add friend. You want to be friends? T. What the fuck? Give me a question mark. It's like, huh? What is this? I'm like, no, it's okay. Todd Norby. Hashtag 2851. Hopefully that'll get him in, yeah. Hopefully that'll get him in. If I get you in, and you got a +1, I'll get you versus Dynamo. And we can do Zakati versus Night Raven right after. Unholy Death Knight versus Windwalker Monk. Somehow, I drew a blank. Let's just go with the reason I did this because I'm sick, okay? I'm a sick boy. Toth. Our friend? Ready, friend? Because I got you in the name of. Oh, I'm gonna have to retype. Okay, how do I retype your name? Okay, hold on. Team. Okay. I'm gonna type it in chat. Just so I can like, cause look at this. Look, bam. What? Oh no. Oh no. What is the alt code? Alt 0146. No! Somebody give me the right. That's not the alt code. Oh no. So it puts a question mark, right? It puts a question mark in front of the name. So that's a problem. And I don't know. Wait, no. Okay, I figured it out. Tot Norby and Dynamo. I figured it out. Okay, so every time I do Control V to paste in WoW, it puts a question mark in front of that weird O. So I'm like, crap, how do I remove the question mark? Because I got a backspace, but if a backspace, backspace is that O that I need. And I'm like, Wait, is Chets, is that? Wait, is it Chets or Vanish that's dueling him? Dynamo, is that Chets or Vanish? Crap. Are you dueling the rogue or is Dynamo the mage or is Dynamo the... Can Dynamo write in chat, he is dueling the mage or he is dueling the rogue? Because I don't even know... I don't remember if Vanish is Dynamo. Oh, because I wanted to be prepared, you know? I wanted to at least know who he's going up against. Fuck, okay. Switch. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord. I don't... Okay. Tothy, I made a mistake. I don't know who you're dueling. You're either dueling the rogue or the mage. I don't know if there's like a... Just Vanish, he's dueling just Vanish. Okay, he's dueling Vanish. He's dueling the rogue. He's dueling the rogue. Okay, you're dueling the rogue. Right? He is. Okay. Now, because I feel bad. Now it's like, I don't know if he has a perfect talent setup for rogue. Does he want to Does he want to redo? Does he need it? Is it just the same setup? I think he's just ready. It's got to be Tothy getting hit with an opener. Succubus is he on to Vanish? This duel, this dude was just so close to winning the last time they dueled. It's going to be eliminated by Tothy though. And it's going to get a Crucible onto Vanish. Double Crucible in the opener. Lots of damage with a cannonball around the corner with a con flag. Vanish is going to have to go for a bit of a defensive play. Try to bail out of there. It's going to go for a reset. Tothy lock in this arena versus Vanish. It's going to be quite something. Go road by Vanish into a kidney shot onto Tothy. The Succubus does not have seduction just yet, but that's going to be Maledict by Vanish. It's going to be quite huge for Tothy. He's not going to be able to get quite a lot of recovery. That's going to be Casbolt into a Shatter Fury. Vanish doesn't have a way to deal with it. Tothy just getting some range onto Vanish while he's got it. Infernal dropping down. Maybe he can get some damage in. Vanish is going to vanish out of it. He's going to just vanish. And that's actually, he's going to take him with his pets over there. Vanish does have a dot rolling, and Tothy is going to hit him with a horror effect. Trinket out of Vanish immediately into a kidney shot. Trinket's out of it. That's going to be Cloak of Shadows to deal with that fear effectively. While Tothy is even popping even more CDs with another Immolator into Vanish, dropping down a Smoke Bomb. Maybe he can get a Conflag. And Vanish is going to have to try to get away from all those pets. Still has dots rolling on him though. And Tothy still has cooldowns up and running. Conflagger on the corner. That pet is going to attack him. That's going to be a nice Cataclysm around the pillar. And the Infernal does dissipate, so for Tothy, it's going to be quite a lot of his damage gone. But Vanish is not completely out of the fight. Neither is Tothy. Tothy still has a wall, though. Vanish no longer with a Trinket. So a good setup onto Tothy. Could be the end. Does go for a full Vendetta. This is going to be a huge setup. Wall coming up for Tothy. Into a Shadow Bell for Vanish as he's dancing around Tothy right now. Into a blind onto the Warlock. Has no way out of it, but Vanish is loaded up with dots. Could be a Succubus CC. No, Seduction doesn't go through. He actually lines it for a moment. The Succubus is right there in front of him. And is going to be able to generate some combo points onto Succubus. Trying to see if he can get away from Succubus. Maybe Shadow Step onto Tothy. Shadow Step interrupt him. Does kill the Succubus actually. Oh my god, that's so unfortunate. Tothy might just have to resummon the pet. He's going to get a Shadow Step horror effect to follow. Casbolt is not going to be enough fear right after. Vanish actually, oh my god, somehow breaks out of that fear. That's going to be drained life. Does he have enough concoction? Keeping him alive for just a moment. That's going to be Warlock Gateway for Tothy. Decided not to take the Warlock Gateway. Because Vanish did get himself a full reset. Oh my god, that got so close. It feels like Vanish is playing so behind versus Tothy. He does have a whole new pet now. Oh my god, it's going to be a duel between two gladiators right here, boys. Oh my goodness. Vanish, though, he has the element of stealth. And Tothy might just have to start picking up the eyes. Vanish is still on full 100% recovery mode, though. I wonder if he's going to have to be in stealth for most of the duel in order to be able to get himself an opportunity here, a chance to get Tothy down. Sending the pet over there. It is going to get vanished out in the open. Does land a Garrote into a kidney shot onto Tathi right after. The pet is Garrote with Succubus Seduction coming out. Actually interrupt the Succubus Seduction. And Tathi, after sending the kidney shot, is going to have to start waddling back after advantage. And is looking for another reset. Sprinting away. Is going to send a Maledict at Tathi right now. Won't be able to Shadow Step after him. It's going to be a freebie immolate for Tathi though. That Maledict, was that a good move? Was that the move? I think Vanish wanted to go for a setup right after. Maybe just want to put a trinket on cooldown. But he's looking quite healthy right now. Got full dots on a pet. Might be able to kill that Succubus. Might be able to do it. Get a shot onto Tathi. Vendetta coming out. Full cooldowns coming out for Vanish. That's a lot of setup. The Succubus CC tried to go through, but that was a cloak by trinket by Vanish. Has a cloak if things ever go bad. That's going to be Tathi trying to see if he can get a Chaos Bolt off of that. Fear does land it. Vanish does pre-feign that Chaos Bolt, so that's quite a lot of damage reduction there. 30% damage reduction is quite huge, while Tathi is popping off even more CDs. Vanish has a Cloak of Shadows ready, evasion available for that Infernal to avoid as much damage of it as possible. Kidney shot onto Tathi right afterwards. Tathi has full cooldowns up and running with a Vanish right after. Does he hit him? Does he hit him? He tried to go for a Cataclysm. Maybe Cataclysm around the corner. It looks like Vanish is going to go for a bleed setup. He's going to try to see if he can bleed Tathi dry. Right next to him. Infernal is up. Sap to follow. Does have a Succubus CC. Unless he can get a kick on that Succubus. Like, I actually moved the Succubus far enough, but it's actually Smoke Bomb. Succubus has to get up close, so he could be interrupted any moment. And it looked like he didn't even go for it. Might have wanted to, but didn't. Succubus CC off of that horror effect, and Tathi finally able to get away from Vanish for a second. That's going to be Cataclysm with a Chaos Bolt. Come flag right after altogether with a feint for Vanish. Did reduce some of that damage. It's going to almost got stunned. But he did get himself a heal rolling. That feint was so well timed. Well timed feint to reduce as much of the damage as it could. Very well played for the guy. 5 minutes in, though, dampening is kicking in. And Vanish is looking to get a stun on the pet, actually. And looking to maybe catch himself a re-stealth. Shadow Step available if he needs to blind on Tathi. Probably going to kill the pet while he's over there. Oh, Succubus CC. Just to hold him in place. Won't be able to kill the pet, so that's quite good. Health bottle just to keep the pet running for a little bit longer. Into an immolate onto Vanish. Does Shadow Step. I think he tried to go for a kick just now. Landed the kidney instead. Maledict onto Tathi. That could be quite a lot of damage out of Vanish. Marfareth ready with an Envenom. That's going to be a horror effect to keep him running in the other direction. Chaos Bolt to follow. Does he have anything for that Chaos Bolt? Pre-fainted that Chaos Bolt. That's quite good for him. Trying to see if he can get himself a little bit line of sight. That feint, I think, might have been up for that second Chaos Bolt. That was a wall for Tathi, though. Tathi has a trinket if he needs to. Into another immolate, into a drain life, and Vanish fainting this damage as best as he can. Trying to get out of this. Still has an immolate rolling on him. Now he has the pet to bully there for a bit. He does have a Succubus Seduction running out. And I believe he just interrupted it. Being a melee, he can interrupt it quite often. Is going to have to resummon another Succubus. Vanish most likely is going to catch himself a reset. No, Conflag comes out. Does get a Vanish shot with a Garrote. Kidney shot onto Tathi. Does this Succubus go for selection? He does. Trinket available for Vanish if he needs to. I keep swapping the wrong person. I'm so sorry. Cataclysm, though, is going to hit him with a Conflagger out for Vanish. Get him some cooldowns rolling with a Vendetta. Infernal coming down. Has a Cloak of Shadows if he needs to. Horror effect on Vanish. No way out of it. Chaos Bolt coming out. Does he get a Cloak off? Does he get it? He does get the Cloak off with a heal. And Tathi is looking to maybe use the Void Operation to get some distance from Vanish. Does he get to do anything, though? Vanish get himself huge re-heal. Stun onto the Infernal. It's going to be a bit of a Warlock Rain of Fire. The Succubus is still trying to get some damage onto Vanish. Shadow Step to the Succubus. Tathi actually runs it past Vanish right now. Vanish barely has any health. The Infernal is on him, trying to maintain his health the best possible, dipping down. Might be able to go for maybe a blind or something onto Tathi. That's going to become flag. I think Vanish might be out of options, out of cooldowns. Does he have anything else to survive? Get a shot onto Tathi. Still has a little bit of health. Succubus Seduction, no trinket available. I think that's going to be it. Maybe one Chaos Bolt is all it takes, and trying to line it up. Is that going to be enough? Into a horror, into a conflag. Does eliminate Vanish. That was such a close game. Such a close game. And Chance is trying to see if he can one-shot him. Oh my god, Chance. Let's see if Chance can do it. Dude, that is so tough. That's a destruction warlock right there. If Vanish can even get one kill on him, best out of 3, even if he could just get one win, that'd be tough. He's gonna definitely have to play the stealth game. That's what I'm thinking. He's going to have to play the stealth game. Like, it's not fun to watch, but he's going to have to do it in order to get a chance. Might even have to play into dampening. One of the things I'm a little confused about is whenever he uses his Mally. And he's a much higher rated rogue than me, so like I feel like I shouldn't question it, because I think he would know better. But sometimes he uses a maledict and he doesn't follow up the damage after that melee. Almost feels like a, you guys tell me, but like, I don't want to say waste of a melee, but basically a waste of a melee. But maybe there's a reason for it. Vanish, if you want to just or I guess at the end of the duels, if you want to clue us in why you're using it when you're using it, not to give your strats away, you're more than welcome to. We can do that. I misclick Mally. Oh, okay. Okay. I was trying not to PM you. You know, I was trying to be a reasonable guy. Just gets him though in the end. All right, Snoopy, you guys can finish off that duel. We'll watch, but this is mostly going to be Vanish versus Tothy. I wanted to throw flame. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I was trying to be super nice about it. I was thinking like, I feel like that was a misplay, but I was trying to be really nice about it. But if that was an honest mistake, I could feel you on that. Yeah. You shouldn't mail when call is off CD. That's good. Mally, he did do it at the end though. He did Mally, Tothy, and he did hit him with a horror effect. And Tothy wasn't gaining any health towards the end, so he actually was doing quite a good job there. Alrighty, we're gonna go do another one. Best out of 3. Warlock versus the Rogue. Dynamo and Tothy, let me know when you guys are ready, and we'll get you guys another duel going. Alrighty, boys. Already. Let me first see if I can. Come on, music, please. Music. Just saying, Rogue Mage versus Rogue Mage. I fight against Chets, and then the Rogue fight, and then the Rogues fight. You're down for best out of 3 specs Mage matchups. Rogue Mage versus Rogue Mage, so the Rogues fight each other and the Mages fight each other. Okay, I'm okay with that. I'll be okay with that. Sure. I'm ready. Any map except Gravestone, please. So it's random. It's random. So it could be that. Unless you wanna give like 3 maps of choice and Tothy chooses. We could do that. You could give him like 3 maps you would want. 3. You have to choose 3. Can't do the one we just played on. And then Tothy chooses the one that's he likes the most. Alright, Tothy, let me know when you're ready, my man. Oh, am I dueling both? No, just one. Just the Rogue. Just the Rogue. But I guess Chess was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll just duel as well. Yeah, but usually it's a 1v1, but if you guys want to, like, since we already got you guys all in the game, we could have you guys do your thing. What's up, Captura? How you doing, my man? Let me know when you're ready. Tolvir, Dalaran, or Nagrand? Let's do that, yeah. So, Dynamo, I'm ready. Choose your map, though. Nagrand? Okay, cool. Invite, spectator, match. Can I just do this? Okay. Dynamo to Nagrand. Here we go. I think that's going to be fair, because Vanish does not want to do Lordaeron, because that's going to be a terrible map for him. He needs to get some sort of a reset versus the Warlock, and with no line of sight, it's going to be impossible. So I think it's going to be fair. Like, pick 3 maps of choice that we haven't played on yet, and then so you have to pick 3. So you have to pick some maps, and one of them might be somewhat favorable for you, but not the best. But one of those maps might be best for the Warlock, so you have to be very careful with which ones you choose. So for Tothy, he gets to choose out of the 3. So I feel like that would be fair. You know, it's like, hey, here's the maps that are good for me, and Tothy is the one that's like, here's the map that's good for me out of those 3. I feel like it's as close as it can get. You know what I mean? At least that's how we're gonna do it. Alrighty, it's gonna be whoa. Whoa, that's a little close. It's gonna be. I guess swapping to rogue people. F2 and F2. I need to remember that. It's gonna be Vanish X as an assassination rogue, set up and ready to go in all crimson attire versus Tothy. I keep messing your name. I'm so sorry. Tothy as a Destro. Open it up. Crucible already in a stage 2, in a rank 2. Assassination versus Destruction Warlock. So far, Tothy has a 1-up on Vanish, but in the best out of 3, Vanish needs to come back twice in a row, or Tothy just needs to clap him out 1 time This is going to be able to clap out these cheeks. It's going to be a Succubus CC onto Vanish. Off of that kidney shot on Tati, it's going to open up with an Immolate. Looks like it's going to be the opener for both of these guys every single duel. Early Smoke Bomb coming out for Vanish with a Shadow's Fury. No, it doesn't land it, as Vanish does get to sprint behind the pillar. And is going to hang out by the pillar, generate common point on the pet. Actually looking to maybe kill the Succubus. It might be looking to kill that Succubus and then get some damage rolling onto Tati. Is going to get him shot with a kidney. The dot's going to kill that Succubus. He does get seduction off. It does get seduction off. Health funnel for the Succubus. Tati actually having to spend globals just to keep that thing alive a little bit longer, which is quite nice for Vanish. It gives him a little bit more opportunity. Does get a Garrote onto Tati. That's going to be Trinket from the horror effect before Tati can even get himself a full Cataclysm. And Vanish is going to be back there killing the pet. Tati might just have to resummon that thing. Maybe, maybe not. It is going to be kind of low on health right now. It's going to be Crucible onto Vanish. Does Shadow Step with a kidney shot. Vendetta rolling right now. Does the pet have enough health in order to let the Succubus Seduction last? It looks like it does. It has enough health. He actually gives it just a little bit more health just to make sure it's alive long enough. Actually, Succubus CC breaks for just a second. That's going to be a road into a cheap shot. Oh my god. Vanish has turned it around, making the Vendetta last and do as much work as it needs. And Tati finds himself super low in health, dropping down Infernal as Vanish decides to pick around the corner. And that's going to be a Cataclysm on the guy. Tati has full cooldowns set up and ready to go. Evasion available for Vanish. Cloak of Shadow is available for him if he needs that as well. And Tati does use the Void Elf Racial to try to see if he can get behind. Vanish does hit him with a horror effect. Chickens out of the kidney shot. Going to be a big old Casbolt. Cloak of Shadow is coming out for Vanish, trying to reduce as much of the damage completely, trying to see if he can survive long enough. Tati's starting to recover a little bit of health, starting to look a little bit healthy. And Vanish is back there, still pumping more dots into that Succubus. Again, trying to get it low enough where once it goes for Succubus CC, it might just die, interrupting the Succubus CC while he's got it. He's looking to catch himself a bit of a reset. Into a kidney shot on Tati, maybe we get full dots. Walk coming out for Tati, just see if he can survive a little bit longer. Vanish swapping onto the Succubus immediately, trying to maintain the dots in that thing. And it's going to force Tati to resummon the pet. No more wall, so he's not going to be able to get any casts off while literally being right in front of Vanish. Blind on Tati, no Chicken available. So he's just looking to kill that Succubus, maybe get a setup onto Tati. No Cloak available. He is going to have a Trinket very, very soon, though. I was thinking maybe he's going to stop that Succubus Seduction or Succubus Resummon. That Succubus is going to be there, unless he saps right now. You can sap the Succubus. It's out of Invis. Oh, it's right there. You can sap the Succubus. Oh, no, it goes Invis. That actually would have been the move. Oh my god, that would have been the move. Sap the Succubus, open on Tati. The Succubus would have to sit the full sap. And you can do all the dirty D's to Tati while you're there. Tati having to use Crucible defensively, having to go for a heal. Succubus Seduction coming out. Could Trinket out of it if you wanted to. Not gonna do it. He's gonna sit it. He's got himself a setup. Casbolt coming out. He's gonna eat a Cataclysm right after. Vanish walking on top of the Kata. That's gonna be a Tati lock. I think trying to set up himself a Void Elf Rachel. He's all blue. Maybe that's just a 5% buff for damage. And Vanish got himself quite a value of damage. Lots of damage without Vendetta. Fear onto Vanish. Has no way out of it. And some of the Fear broke. Interrupt him on Casbolt. This could be the go-to. Vanish got a lot of pressure already. That's a lot of rampy pressure going. Tati not looking that good. It's going to go for a game. But doesn't even wait to stop Vanish. He does re-stealth into a Garrote. No way out of it. Cheap shot and down he goes. Vanish actually did take him out. Very well done. Very well done. And Chess, I think, is just trying to see if he can take out Snoopy. Poor guy. Alrighty, one more. Between the Warlock and the Rogue. Uno mas, boys. Uno mas. Dude, that was so close. Oh my god. Alrighty. Alrighty. Let's do this. Now we'll have Tati choose two maps that you like. Choose two maps that you want. Any two maps. And then we'll have Vanish pick one of those. It can be Lordaeron, so you can basically corner him into not choosing Lordaeron but choosing the other map. Think about the map that you want. I don't care. He actually doesn't care. What's a good map? Is Hook Point good? Well, you have to choose a map because I want to do. Usually I do random, and then it just doesn't matter what map it is, right? I kind of want to do Hook Point, but I feel like that one's favor towards rogues, because we can't do Lordaeron, Because Vanish doesn't want to do Lordaeron. Hook point is fine. Well, I know it's fine for you. Tathy, you wanted a hook point or not? Hook point, hook point. I'll let me hook point. The only map where I can't win is a gravestone. Okay. Let's do the undead one. He does. Sad. That's a map he doesn't want to do. That would be the best for you. So I'm trying to find like a happy medium. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah. Then Dalaran. Okay, Dalaran Sewers it is. That'll work. Invite, spectator, match. It's gonna be Tathy and Dynamo to Dalaran. Welcome to my sewers, boys. Let's go. We're hosting this duel in my goddamn crib. We got a couple pipes installed. Don't worry about the water that's going out of it. Don't worry about the poop that's in the water that's coming out of the pipes. Just don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. That's hilarious, dude. I hell thought it was a good idea, though. Tathy's friend is... Actually, no, Snoopy's still here. Maybe did you see? Yo, chats, if you want to bail, so it's easy for me to just press 1, F1 and 2, and 1 and F1. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And chats, you can watch the duel on stream. How does that sound, guy? It's gonna be Vanish, though. He's 1 win away from victory. Probably feeling really, really good after that win. Played super, super well. Very, very clutch duel versus Tathy, who's 1 win up, 1 loss down. Only 1 more win remains. And he's got to give it his all, man. He's got to make sure he's fully set up with his talents on an arena that is chosen by the both of them. Didn't want to do Lordaeron, though. Well, early gateway for Tathy. I don't know if he meant to do it. Don't know if he meant to do an early gateway. But there it is. I think I might have been a misclick. Is that going to be the end? Is that going to be the game? That might be the game for him, but we'll see. It's going to be Succubus Seduction in the opener. Tathy is going to get a Chaos Bolt opener here instead, with a Cataclysm right after. Intercom Flag onto Vanish. And that's going to be Smoke Bomb immediately trying to deal with Tathy. Trying to get a Shadow Blade. Does get a full stun onto Vanish. Does not get a second Chaos Bolt on him, though. That is going to be Cataclysm. Trying to see if he can get him away from that pillar, away from those boxes. Trying to see. Oh, actually, almost get Cataclysm on top of the box there. Just trying to see if he can juke him out, try to trick him out of there. And Vanish is just running. That's going to be Tathy getting a random summon for that Infernal. That could be quite big for him. Stunned by Vanish onto Tathy. Does get hit with a Succubus CC. But that Infernal is there to break that Succubus Seduction, which is going to be quite bad whenever that happens. And Vanish is continuing to pummel pressure into that pet. And Tathy can't really get over there. He's a Warlock, man. He's going to take a while before he can really get behind the pillar. So Vanish got himself a perfect corner where he can just run around. Got the best low in the world. That's going to be a stun onto Tathy. Maybe Succubus Seduction. Vanish, he's going to go for a full Vendetta. Wall coming up for Tathy. Maybe Tathy can finally go for some big damage. Cataclysm, while the wall is up, does have the Infernal ready. Evasion available. And he's actually going to trinket out of the Horrific Fear onto Vanish. That Fear breaks with an Infernal being nearby. Until he's going to go for more cooldowns. Dark Soul Stability coming out. Gonna get hit with a bit of a Crucible. Vanish is over there dealing with the muscle that is the Infernal. That's gonna be a little bit of a rain of fire for Tathy. Dropping down rain on top of Vanish. And Vanish is not looking that healthy right now. No trinket, all he has is Cloak if he ever gets bad. But he's quite low in health. Succubus does go down. And Vanish is gonna have to go for a bit of a heal. Crucible as well as a Sippy Cup. Random Infernal dropping in. And that's gonna be Cataclysm. Trying to avoid the Cataclysm as best as he can. Those random Infernals might be the play, though. They do quite a lot of damage and get Tathy plenty of resources. Plus also beef up the next Chaos Balls that he can go for, which is quite nice. Cataclysm doesn't connect because of the Cloak of Shadows, and Vanish is going to go, not vanishing, but Shadow Melding out of there. The pet is dotted up, and Tathy is going to have to go pick up the eyes a little bit early. Maybe mount up. No, he's setting the pet immediately at Vanish. Not going to let him catch a reset. Dampening not coming in for about 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes, like 20 seconds or something like that. And Tathy finally lands an angle onto Vanish just to get some dots rolling. Is going to get a health puddle on the pet, trying to min-max the health puddle. Vanish is over there just beating up on the pet the whole time, forcing Tathy to walk up next to him to land a kidney. Going to be a horror effect into a Casbolt, doing quite a lot of damage. It's a trinket for Tathy on that, blind to follow. Vanish is waiting for his next Vendetta. Tathy might not have an answer for that next Vendetta, as Vanish is looking to kill that Succubus while he's got it. And that's going to be a Succubus re-summon for Tathy. Vanish is going to sit it. Get himself a concoction rolling. He's just playing the pillar game. He's playing the pillar game, waiting for Tathy to get close where he can land the kidney shot on him. So he can be close quarters with the guy. And that'll be maybe the chance here. Getting hit with a conflag. Can't really walk up to him. Fear coming out, getting interrupted on a Fear. With the kidney shot right now. Could go for a Vendetta. Succubus CC coming out. Has a trinket if he needs to. Tathy could go for big damage right here. Is that going to be a trinket out of Vanish? Casbolt doesn't connect. It does connect. He does get himself a heal rolling ahead of time though. Horror effect trinkets out of it. And again, back to that pillar. That's literally all he can do right now about this. And Tathy does have cooldowns. Tathy does have CDs up. Just Vanish. Has Vanish back up. Has Smoke Bomb. Evasion. Vendetta coming in right now. Random Infernal. I don't know. Full Infernal summoned by Tathy. So he didn't get a stun onto Vanish. But he does have cooldowns. No cloak available for Vanish. If Tathy gets any kind of CC onto Vanish, he might be in a good spot. Vanish for Vanish. Does get a Garrote. Needs to get the pets over there on top of Vanish right now. And that Rain of Fire is at least going to keep him out and play. If he can get a horror effect and a bunch of Casbolts, he might have a chance. Cataclysm does connect, so he does get quite a bit of damage there. And Vanish is still just turtling it. Tathy just being immobile is just super, super rough. Vanish is going to have to make a play eventually. He does have a cloak back up. For Vanish, might just have to wait until Vendetta, Cloak, Evasion, everything's back up, honestly. Because this is a tough duel. The Warlock, if he gets any freebie damage out in the open, I mean, he's just going to obliterate the guy. Another Infernal spawning in for Tathy. Cloak shot is coming out for Vanish, just so he can catch a restart. Oh my god. That's how he has to play to win this duel. He knows that the Warlock is just going to, a couple of Casbots and he's done for. Dampening, finally rolling in. And Vanish is going to go for another sap under the Lothy. Is going to be Succubus Seduction. Does he land Succubus Seduction early enough? Late enough? Could go for a Casbolt. Does he land it? I think he does. He does. Conflag comes out as well into Cataclysm. Can't go anywhere for that. Another Conflag. Into an Incinerate. Horror effect. Does he get the line of sight? He doesn't quite get a good line of sight. Blind into Tathy's face. Does have a trinket if needs to be. It looks like the offensives and defensives are turning around. Now Tathy has the defensives, and just Vanish in just 20 seconds is going to get the offensives. There's going to be a play of one of the other. Vanish making sure to cap himself up on hell. Random Infernal getting summoned up. But he's still doing just fine. Still playing super defensive. Another Succubus is getting resummoned for Tathy, having to use the soul shards. But good thing that he has the Infernal to generate the soul shards. Get a shot on Tathy. Has a trinket if he needs to. Succubus is there, he's doing some damage, not really going for CC. Does land the Succubus Seduction there. Tathy is going to land a Casbolt. Maybe he might be able to get enough damage into Vanish to start turning it around. Vanish is playing super defensive. Shadow Step, Kidney Shot, or Kick onto that Casbolt. Walking away from Tathy. Maybe goes for a Kidney Shot right after. Doesn't look like he has any damage to follow. And that is going to be a double Infernal into a Horror Effect. Fear coming out, a Horror Effect coming out. It bails out. A double Infernal is over there, beating him up. He has evasion for both of them. Vanish for Vanish. And maybe Tathy can somehow find him in AoE. It looks like some sort of a dot is hitting him still. Does land a Garrote onto Tathy. Trinket out of that Garrote. Does get interrupted on the Casbolt, but he has Vanish kind of lowish. If you can get him out in the open somehow, if you can just get him in a Horror Effect and get a couple Casbolts in, he might be in a good spot. Second Infernal dropping for Tathy. So it might be good. First main Infernal, the big damage one, is dissipating. Cloak shot is for Vanish. Could go for a setup. Could be a big Vendetta right now. Trying to go for a kidney shot. Vendetta does come out. Does he? It's trying to line inside the Succubus Seduction. Is actually just trying to line Succubus Seduction. Even goes for a Vanish. Wall for Tathy. And if Vanish has a Maledict right here, this could be the end. Maybe? I feel like Tathy needs to make sure he has a gateway. He needs to find a way to get Vanish out away from that box. Because if you can keep him out in the open for even a moment, just to get a couple of fears back to back on the guy, he might have a chance, but Vanish literally has to play around the box. He's boxed in or boxed out, really. But it's more like Tathy's boxed out. Because every time he has to get near the box, he gets put in the corner. No one was put baby in the corner. 7 minutes in, what's the dampener like? 16%? Jesus. It's going to go for quite a long duel, huh? And that's gonna be another succubus dead. Without ability to resummon, this could be Vanish's approach here. Could be his opportunity. Maybe a horror effect out of Tothi. Does land a horror effect, needs to get a succubus. I think he does need to get a succubus. Probably should go for a succubus. Does he even have... He just left. He just left. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That's very... I'm going to sleep. Okay, fair enough. That's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Let me try. Let me 1v1 the rogue. Do you really wanna? You really wanna? I feel like it's gonna be a more box gameplay, dude. Can you also want to dual chats? Oh my goodness. I know he wanted dual chats. Yeah, he told me before. He told me before. Sun all day. Wanna go versus any? Oh Jesus. Dude. Oh man. This duel began so good. But the last duel, dude, the last bit was just so drawn out. I don't know, dude. I'm out. I'm out of it now. I was falling asleep. I'm sorry that I had to play like that. Or you don't. Just don't. Just take it like a man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not enjoying myself. Then do something where you are enjoying yourself. There's no other way to win. It's not about winning. It's about having fun. Isn't it? What's up, producer Chris? How you doing, man? Give me another go full fury. Oh man, actually, dude, I'm out. That was actually that duel took all the energy out of me, man. I'm not gonna lie. I came in a little bit sickish, guys, but that duel literally took all the energy out of me. It was a 30 minutes of that whole session for the duel. 30. I'm a man. I only have so much energy in me. I didn't realize how much time was spent in just that one duel. More time for Modern Warfare. More time to get some food, dude. I have pizza waiting. I didn't want to get you guys more 1v1s, but can we do them next week? Or another day? I'm down to get another duels going. I'm ashamed of my players. It's all good, Joker. It's all good, my man. Don't worry about it, my dude. Man, I spent the last 8 hours outside a day. At least 8 hours outside a day. That's healthy. You should do that. You should continue doing that as much as you can. That's super healthy. Don't be like me sitting at home all day. But have fun if you're winning 5 head. I guess so. What's up, Panther? How you doing, man? 4 5-5s today. I like the 5-5 setup. Hell yes. Glad you like it. I got so tough that... Yo, Toth, my man, I was snoring. Honestly, the first round was really fun. The second I was like, okay, that's the gameplay. Alright, I can deal with it. But then the last one, though. So tilted I'm never doing duels again. Oh no. Rip. Yeah, boys, I'm gonna call it here, man. Honestly, I'm gonna call it here. That was a good opportunity for duels. That was, though, the longest goddamn 5v5 1v1, and it ended not even in a resolution. So I'm just like sad by that. Holy shit, dude. Either way, I had a lot of fun, boys. That was a lot of fun, dude. The duels overall were great. They ended a little bit on a sour note because of just how it came down to the rogue cheesing super hard versus the warlock. And he has to, like, if he wants to win. But I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys can agree that, yeah, we want to see a more exciting duel. We want to see the action. We want to see something good. Like, if you're going to lose like a man. You know what I mean? Give it your best shot. Just give it a big old all in. You know what I mean? But when you have these games where you're just like, you just teeter around, just hee hide behind boxes. Like, that could be... So first duel, Destra Warlock, obliterating, right? Second duel, the Rogue played the pillar game, fine. Third game, the Rogue plays the pillar game again. I was like, oh my god, okay, if you played the pillar game one game, that's fine. But then the last game, 8 minutes of pillar, I'm just like... Jesus. Like, at that point, I think you should just go Maledict, full setup, big burst, wombo combo, all in setup. Or at least keep bleeding him until you get wall, and once you get the wall out, just go on full Pambo. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it's just that tough of a match and there's no way to play around it. You know what I mean? Maybe there's just no way to play around it. But, yeah, either way. I was still falling asleep. Alrighty, boys. We're gonna call it here. Had a lot of fun. You guys are super fun to hang out with. Oh, so Snoopy, DG, thank you for having me. Yo, man, thanks for coming. be sure to show up more. Fridays is EU every single time, and Saturday is NA. Also, outside of Friday and Saturday, if we have people in chat that want to make a group, that want to put it up on LFG, and make 2 groups, we're more than welcome to do duels outside of that. It needs to be traps around pillars. Dude. There needs to be, there needs to be a pillar with like a wind-up timer that eventually just knocks you out of it or something, right? Like a springboard. Just like knocks you out of it after a bit. So you can't stay there forever. Or maybe like those pillars like in that arena, where pillars would rise and then it would drop. So if somebody got on top of it, you basically had the freedom to just cast whatever you wanted. Or you could use the pillar to run around it, but eventually it would come down and it was like naked arena. Something like that would have been really, really cool. Either way, thank you guys so much for coming by. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate all of you. You guys are fucking beautiful. And I'll see you boys tomorrow for another set of duels in the next stream. Alrighty, boys. Peace.